Oh, this happens every now and then. This is gonna be a thing. Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is where you are. We're back, baby. My sound's gonna be messed up in all of my scenes. The thing that happens sometimes is my mic source, every now and then just duplicates and decides it's shedding, it's molting, it's leaving its old life as line 1 behind, and it's assuming a new life as line 1. And only by switching to the new incarnation of line 1, not just in the software, but in everywhere that points to the microphone, can you once again be at peace. We do this every like 5 months. How is everybody doing? Oh, Katie, you good? You alright? You can get your feet under you. You can't have my coffee. You can't have my coffee. Good morning, everybody. Game sound. First 3 heroic bosses in Emirdasil last night. Nice. Council is such a chaotic fight and heroic. Dark morning still up here. Oh, I bet, yeah. 8 of 9 normal. Nice, Saga. Take a year-long break from streaming. Nothing's working anymore. This is true. It could be connected. You know, you just gotta put more breakfast in the streamer, because she was definitely not running late. Al Clavat, thank you for the 11-month resub. 1 more to a year. Love your chill streams in the background while I work. Oh, thank you. Nearly there. ASMR chewing stream. What's for breakfast? Steel cut oats. I did them overnight in the rice cooker with some blueberries. I chucked some brown sugar and milk on it. We're living. It's a huge bowl, so hopefully that keeps me full until at least 11:30. Join the Scroll Squad guild. Nice. Seems Carbon's full. We're Carbon's a private guild, so it's not anything to do with the stream or my stream community. Please do not that you would do this, but please don't whisper like my guildmates trying to get into it, just because if enough people do that, they're going to decide they don't like me anymore, and then I don't have a guild. RTS Planner, thank you for the 40-month resub. Is this stream streak thing new? I don't know what you guys are looking at. Somebody said happy anniversary, and I'm sure they're right, but of what? Aaron Knight, thank you for the 22-month resub. Happy 3 months. Hope you're doing good. 3. I see 22. Holy moly. Appreciate it. Got the anniversary mount. Nice. Oh yeah, there's also a WoW anniversary, isn't there? I should look at that. I had forgotten. RTS Planner with a 40-month resub, and Riot Girls Gaming with 42 months. Good morning. Good morning. WoW anniversary. Oh, that one starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay, so we don't have it up yet. That's good. That gives me time to eat my oats. Yeah, camel drop is on. The drops are on by default. It's just a switch in the Twitch dashboard. I put it on like 3 years ago, and you don't have to do anything with it. Hopefully it's not like Cloudbot where it just turns itself off by accident. So anytime any WoW drop happens, I'm automatically opted in because I opted in like then. Waiting? Min-maxing? Yeah. I figured I would take a look at crafting to see if anything was profitable. I doubt it. It's been ugly out here, but I figured I could take a look while I'm having some coffee and having some food and catching back up. Because my brain is full of marbles and I don't want to get into like 5 things at once. So let's just see. Those look very good. That's like suspicious. That's a lot of gold. But I'll do it. I'm not saying no. Those are okay. These ones are very good. Could do some of that. Not mad at that. What about these guys? Not so much. I think Rousing Frost and Awakened Frost is just kind of out of control because of the healing pots. Plus all the mats for the healing pots. I have not found any way. Frozen Focus are still profitable. I haven't found any way for anything else to be profitable. Here, I'll grab like, nothing crazy, like 300 of those. What is that, 80k? And then 3 times 8 is 2400. Something like that. We hate math. We don't hate math. We hate what we don't understand. And then, what else are we saying? These ones? Oh yeah, I could do some organic, handcrafted, you know, locally sourced, elemental pots of power. Because I could make the mats myself too. People use those to make potion cauldrons. Well, they use them to make elemental potions of ultimate power, and then they use them to make potion cauldrons. These ones are, like, never good for me, though. It's always the basic ones. There must be something to that. What if you do, What if you're doing those and you're like inciting them? Does that make them any better? What if you're doing them and you're inciting them? Yeah, that's how you do it. Interesting. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll hold on to the gold ones and I'll incite those to make ultimate power. I need to write this down. I'm not going to remember this. Welcome back to Hazel's super engaging, very fun, super exciting stream content where she looks at a bunch of numbers and then makes notes. Okay, so I want to do, let's say, how many? Let's do a traditional batch. So we're going to say 500 and then 3,000 and then of power and then insight to make the gold ones. Because we'll get some inspiration procs. Ultimate power. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we need to go shopping. Can I afford all this? I have 1.5 mil. I should be fine. I want to buy, let me see here, because this is, once I get this going, I can eat. I can make some eat some breakfast. It'll be fine. We're gonna buy 500 of each of these, and I guess another 200 of frost. I'll forget the frozen focus for now. We just don't have time. 500 of these. Let's do 200 of the frosty ones, and then 500 of the rest of them. So fire, order, air. No, we did earth already. Don't double buy. Fire, 500. Order. This is a pretty baby batch, but that's because we might have other things to do. I don't know. We'll see. The anniversary might come up. Fire, order, rare. Good. And then I want to go into the Draconis mats, because I like making those too. It's really barely profitable, but still. And we can do... Oh, it's like so barely profitable. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just buy silver Draconis. And I'm going to buy 3,000 of them, and I'm going to save myself some time. Let's just do that. 37k of that. And then we'll start, and then we'll take a look. Because that's where you eat up your time, is making 3k Draconis doing this. Okie dokie. Lots of Air, thank you for the 53-month resub here. Let me get started and we'll catch up on all those. We've got an incense up, it looks like, from somebody else. Yeah, incense up. We've got quick hands up. Let's send that. Platsmere had a 53-month resub saying, good morning, good morning. Quick Dry Paint had a 29-month resub. Thank you very much. Fossil Streams with a 6-month resub. Happy half a year. Happy 6 months. Hope Moosey Moo and Kira are doing well. Mr. Moo has the most ridiculous ears right now. It's quite goofy. Amy Yui with a 9-month resub. Thank you. Cool 5 minutes of crafting. Good choice. Yeah, I figured it was a good way to start our day. You want a heart sticker? You can put it anywhere. You know, when you're a kid and you get a sticker, you just like stick it on your forehead and you go, done. Okay. That over there. Get the oats back. Let her craft away for a little bit and you can see the kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat, we didn't turn on our purple lamp. How are people going to know I'm a gamer if I'm not just absolutely bathed in weird LEDs? Hi. Turning on my watch. Fair item level for a casual player, 432. Great spot to start the patch. Love your content, Hazel. Glad to catch you live. Yeah, you'll get, if you just do outdoor content and you make sure that you slam your crests, those Drake and those Whelpling crests along with your flight stones as you get them from doing seeds and stuff, you can get your gear up to a pretty reasonable amount. It's decent, yeah. Tasha, 731, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. How'd your first day of raid go? It was good. We one-shot. We didn't one-shot. Did we one-shot? Not everything, but we got through. We did a full clear, basically. We did the whole raid, including Farak. It all died last night on normal. So I have some footage, which is nice. Also, we killed it, which was nice. And then tonight, we're apparently going in to start Heroic. I'm not feeling good about that. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have no gear. I just thought we wouldn't start Heroic. I didn't know we were going to start Heroic in the first week. Maybe I would have tried harder. But time walking dungeon great vault spot as well. Only wipes normal or Laradar and Farak. We definitely wiped on Harak. We wiped on Laradar. We had a couple of kills And I forget which bosses, but we had a few kills where, like, we really shouldn't have killed it. It was, like, just barely, like, the last handful of people. I think Smolderon might have been like that. There was just, like, a couple people left up. How did it feel to go back to Holy Priest? They changed it since last time, or else I just didn't know how to play it before. It is very much about apotheosis procs and maximizing those and maximizing your gains out of those. So I made myself a little weak aura that meows at me whenever I get an apotheosis proc, because before I would just never... Are you okay, kitty cat? You look a little annoyed. Everything going good with you? Inner feelings a little bit. You can see the tail going. Yeah, in my past life, I would never notice that I had a proc. Like, I would be a gold angel. I would have no idea I would be thinking about cereal. So I made a weak aura to meow at me and to bounce a little icon whenever I have that apotheosis up, just so that I know, hey, press these spells instead of these spells. Make sure you're using your charges of these. And I think some of it's just going to be practice to get the most out of, like, my Sanctifies and my Serenities and whatnot. I think I'm going to make another weak aura that basically does the same thing, but just like, hey, palm's off cooldown, press palm, because that's, like, the huge thing, is just to press that every 7 seconds like clockwork. My favorite sticker. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that. Translates to hollow body, don't put on pressure. Putting on forehead made me unreasonably happy. Struggled last night, running around everywhere, dodging stuff, soaking things. It's pretty normal early. I wouldn't stress about it too much. I do that too. Early in the patch, I am way more concerned with mechanics, because that's what you really have to do to, like, get through the raid. I think the fact that you guys cleared so far speaks to how many mechanics you did. Later on, when I get more comfy and the mechanics become muscle memory, that's when I turn more attention and get more practice to actually, like, maximizing my throughput. I'm just stressed that we're gonna need to maximize throughput if we're gonna get anywhere in heroic. Farak was really tight. We had one of our DPS switch to healing, and it was still really tight. What are you saying instead of, oh no, my snacks? I don't have a catchphrase yet. You're right, I need one. Give me some of your power. Other wild pets in the gym are blue. Not only the one that I have already. I could let you in on my secret, which is to, give up. And just use stones to upgrade the ones that you got that are green. That's what I do. I get like 1 or 2 blue pets, maybe, if I trip on them. And then I just buy the stones and upgrade them. It's much easier to get pet charms. Elrithier, thank you for the 52-month resub. Hey, guess what? It's my 52nd month resub. What? That's the energy we need. Also, Tasha with a brand new sub. The other note I'll say about the pet thing, though, is that if you want to find them rare on your own, I completely understand. I get like that. So, if that's the case, then Godspeed. Yeah, I might need to stick a sound on my palm reminder. It's gonna drive me batty because of how often it is, but I think that's the easiest thing and the safest thing that I can do to improve my HPS is just to palm on cooldown, because it's pretty efficient. I'm not gonna overspend my mana doing that. You're not really overhealing doing that because of the way the spell is. So that's probably the easiest, most straightforward thing I can work on for now before I start worrying about other stuff. One sec. Alright, there we go. Accidentally pulled Farak last night, hopped off the platform, 5 minutes over time already. I think we popped off to, like, oh no, it was Tindral. We hopped off Tindral to reset, but then, like, it reset without needing people to die. It was strange. I died. I just took an extra death. Alright, what are we saying with convergence? We have... I need 1,000 of them. I would love 1,000 of the silver ones so I can just sell off the gold ones. That would be great. unlucky not finding Emerald Frenzy events. They spawn at 30 minutes and 50 minutes past the hour, 30 and 50. The icon on the map looks like a cross swords, kind of like a bonus objective, but bigger. But they always spawn at those times. Dragonfly boss was hell, had no idea where to go. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. Reset now. He teleported us into him. Catch them as they are. Maybe then I upgrade them. One patch, but lasts a bit longer. Thought I'd catch them all blue. Only find one blue, and it's always the same one pet. Which one did you get blue? I found a blue Puling, and I'm trying to treasure him. Oh, good, we got our 1,000, so I'm going to sell off the extras now. Kags, thank you for the 10-month resub. Happy 10.2 Hazel, thank you for the raid guides. Cheers, thanks for watching them. Raid guides extremely helpful as always. Oh, shucks. Every season I worry about them, and every season they're fine for what they are. It's not a Da Vinci, but like it'll do. We got one more coming. We got one more coming, and holy moly, getting those together was a thing. Perfectly. 1,000 silver. There must be another stack, because that's just what it stacks to, isn't it? No, you're right, it is perfectly 1,000 silver. That's bizarre. Oh, no, 1,025. There's the 25 stack. Okay. So I've got my 3k of those, I got my whatever of those. So now I want to make sure the incense is down. Somebody dropped that one, but I didn't drop it. I'm actually going to drop one myself, just so that I can guarantee the duration on it, because I don't want it to run out while I'm making these, because that inspiration is going to actually help me, because I want to use the gold ones here. So we start that. Name for the add-on shows when the feast, bounty, Maruk hunt happen. It could be a weak aura. There's weak auras that have timers like that. I think Tamas Dragonflight Helper used to do it. I turned that part of it off, but I think it does do it. 3050, not at 2-0 or 4 not. I mean, saying 4 not would make me feel like Edgar Allan Poe. It would be a bit off for me. Nothing wrong with it, just not how I normally speak. It's less cool. I know, right? I got excited for a second. I told husband's on baby duty this weekend. Finally tried the new patch. Only hear great things about it. Hard to play with one hand. I like to imagine that you're only hearing great things about baby duty from your husband. He's just like over the moon. It's like, wow. Have you noticed? Fingers. Eyelashes. Servers are offline. They're supposedly working on doing some live maintenance, so there may be some like disconnects and stuff. Got a new pet that's blue. Nice. Oh, coffee good. I feel like I've accumulated a couple of stories that I want to tell. And I can't keep the order of them straight. I can't keep the order of them straight. One of them was a very short one, which was just a funny thing that Flabby said to me. Or said in my hearing that absolutely killed me. Another one is the story of how my own character flaws and raid guides came together at last. And then I feel like something else happened. What else did I do? It's been a while. I streamed on Saturday, so there was Sunday and then Monday. And then Tuesday and then Wednesday. I think I spent Tuesday, not in a coma, but in a semi-vegetative state. I definitely slept a lot, which was the plan. Start at the beginning, and when you get to the end, stop. So, you guys, if you were here on Saturday, you might remember, I had canceled the Sunday stream because I was kind of looking down the barrel of wanting to get those 8 videos done before Tuesday. And I was starting to realize that while I had started, it wasn't that I hadn't done anything. I had started. I wasn't making nearly enough progress. I wasn't nearly close enough. And I was going to need to do some like big days of editing and stuff. And so Saturday stream happens. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to cancel stream on Sunday. And that way I'll have like a whole Sunday and a whole Monday. I can get them all done. It'll be great. So Sunday starts and I'm kind of poking at it a little bit in the morning. And I'm like making some progress, but it's all right. It's not anything crazy. And then it's early afternoon and my partner and I are here and we hear this like sound. There's this sound that's like bloop, bloop, bloop. And at first we were both like, wait, is that you? Or like, is that the cat? Because it was kind of like a spooky version of the cat trying to throw up, or the dog or something. I'm like, no, the cat's fine. The dog's fine. I'm not doing that. You're not doing that. And we realized that out of nowhere, with no provocation, the singular toilet in our apartment was emitting air bubbles, large ones for a few minutes. And then after that, it would not function. So we are working with the property manager. We're calling maintenance. There's people over. There's a drain snake. The snake gets stuck. It's bizarre because we didn't, like, for lack of TMI, we didn't do anything. It just kind of happened. And then, like, the drain snake got stuck. And then, like, the plumber was, like, bleeding. And then, like, there was... And so this starts at, like, 1 or 2 o'clock. And they eventually take the whole thing off the ground. They rip the whole toilet out. And what it turns out is it was a neighboring unit. I don't know how the heck the plumbing is done, but something else had managed to back up into our system that was not from us. So we weren't at fault, which was nice. But it was not done until like 9 o'clock at night. And that whole time, not only was there no bathroom available in our upstairs apartment, but there are people in and out. You're like herding the dog. You're trying to figure out how to get the dog like his exercise and his dinner and stuff. We're trying to eat dinner. And this whole time I'm like, oh no, this was my one day. This was my one day that I was going to sit down. I was going to chain drink a bunch of tea, and I was going to get half of this workload done today. And now I have no bathroom. I have strangers in my house. I have a ton of noise. There's no way. Lady of Rohan, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Kag, thank you for the 10-month resub. Happy 10.2 Hazel. Thank you for the raid, guys. Oh, cheers. Ren Grim with a 3-month resub. Thank you. Introvert self would curl up, cease to exist. I was melting on the inside. It was one of those things where your anxiety just makes you feel like you've been lit on fire from like your core in. Thankfully, it's all fixed now. The plumber is okay. I think I need to replace my shower curtain. It has bloodstains. I don't really know exactly what happened there. I think there was a sharp part on one of the tools or something that it was, yeah. There are no thumbs in, and there's no body parts, but yeah. The moral of the story is don't leave anything until the last minute because you don't know what's going to happen in the last minute. Yeah. It's it's everything's fine now, but at the end of that night I managed to get one script done and do the voiceover for it, and then I was like, okay, I have Monday, and then that's it. That's the end of the time that we have for this because I have made choices and then because I blame the toilet. This is me externalizing, but that's how I rationalized it. So Monday was actually quite mundane. Thankfully the plumbing worked, because if they hadn't gotten it fixed, I was like, do I try to like rent a place? Like find some kind of pet friendly motel that has a working bathroom and like I can bring my laptop and then bring my dog? Like, oh man. I was trying to work out what I was going to do. I didn't have a good plan, so I'm really glad they got it fixed. Ralex363, thank you for the 17-month resub. Thank you for the raid, guys. Save my guild from a lot of wipes. Greetings from Uruguay. Greetings. But yeah, on the Monday I just got up, not early, but like in the morning, and was like off and away. And I just started in the morning, and I continued through the day, and then through the evening, and then into the morning. There was some 7 p.m. coffee imbibed. It carried me through to about 2. And then it all got done. So the problem with telling yourself that you're never going to do like an 18-hour binge at the end of a deadline is that sometimes it works. If it didn't work, I wouldn't do it. It's not a good idea, and I don't want to do it again, but sometimes stuff happens. Have you done Mythic Plus this season yet? Her Throne of Tides is brutal for healers. I haven't been in Throne of Tides. I did a handful of keys. Nothing too crazy. I think the highest one was an 8. Lots of like 5s and 3s and 2s and stuff. I've remembered nothing. I've learned that I've remembered nothing from these old keys, so I'm kind of going in and learning with my face first. All in all, 20 hours of work for 8 guides. Well, remember, I had done stuff, so I think I had some of them done already, and I had done a lot of the bulk prep work, so things like the thumbnails, which usually takes me about a day, the animation, like the infographic animations, organizing all of the notes. That was stuff that I had already done earlier, so I wasn't starting from scratch. How is Holy Priest? It seems good. I'm enjoying it so far. I have nothing to compare it to. I'm only living in my own life. Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness toilet snakes are not actual reptiles. Oh man, my next place is going to have 2 bathrooms. And yes, there are things that can happen that can incapacitate both bathrooms at the same time. But not everything. And imagine what a life it would be if you were calling a plumber and getting 1 bathroom fixed, but you still had, like, working facilities on the property. Did Waycrest this morning to try for a healing trinket. Not gonna have time for much. Next week starts 6 night work weeks. Yeah. Sometimes it goes like that. Goblin making gold with alchemy? Something like that. I'm not an expert, but I poke at it with the available tools. Efficiently invest points for leveling professions. CraftSim can tell you which points benefit a specific recipe. But if you're talking about like how to unlock recipes that will let you level, that's harder. I don't know anything like that. How do you get so many primals? I bought them. Or I bought the mats, then I crafted them. Second bathroom in the laundry. God, so many need 2 bathrooms. Also, I mean, this is first world me talking, but like, when you're living with more than one person, sometimes it's just nice to have a second one available. Old house had the main pipe under the driveway come apart. Plumber had the nerve to accuse us of flushing wipes. Yeah, that's rough. Got a queue for BattleNet. They're doing some live maintenance. This is Craft Sim. That's what it's called. It's Craft Sim. It's like SimCraft, but backwards. Alright, so let's make the rest of these. And then I want to see how many gold ones we got, because we have a few stacks of these in gold. And then I'll need to make some insights. I'm excited about this. I haven't done like a big craft in a few days. I was, that's how you could tell that I'd started actually working was when I stopped mass crafting. Because I would tell myself, well, I can just be running the craft while I'm doing my notes. No, I'm checking on it. And then I'm like, well, I'll need to start another thing in like 5 minutes. So maybe I just don't start anything for 5 minutes. It's a mess. People can multitask. I am not people. Roommates and I have very different ideas of clean. Good for us. How you playing WoW? BattleNet isn't working. Just give it a few more tries. They're doing some maintenance. Easiest crafting profs to level. I mean, the only one I have big experience with is alchemy, and I think alchemy's great. I don't know about the rest of them. Armor crafting profs are hard. Armor crafting profs are tough. They're tougher to level for sure. Alchemy is actually extremely easy to level. I even got alchemy 100 skill on my priest, who is my second alchemist supposedly. Just by doing research. I got all the recipes in like a day. Yeah, I think alchemy is the easiest. Recolor map for the anniversary, it seems? Okay, so I want to... Here, I'm going to post the silver potions. Just to get them out of here. So that I'm not confused. And then I have 1930 of the gold ones. So what I want to do... is I want to go into Potions of Power. Ultimate Power. We're going to need Awakened Order. We're going to pop open our calculator. So I can do 64 crafts, which means I need 128 order. And it means I need 128 insights, if I can. But I only need as many order. 128 order. No, and 64 insights. Okay, that's more reasonable. So 64 insights. But they break into 5. And none of it's hard math, but layers are hard for me to keep straight. So let's just do 13. Well, let's do 12, because I have 5 on me. I've probably done... It doesn't matter. Let's do 12. So these are the things that you craft with metal. Oh, I just did 1, 2, 3, 4. 128 order. Which is not going to be cheap. That's another 50k. That's okay. Follow me. Thank you for the 9-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, Craftsim and Auctionator is what I'm using. You can also use Craftsim along with TSM, Trade Skill Master. That'll work too. I've been so cozy with Auctionator. I've been so comfy with it this expansion. It's just been such a like, I'm not using tools that are as powerful as what I was using in previous expansions, but I'm just kind of happier, you know? It's like I got demoted to a much simpler job, you know? I'm not a law partner anymore. I'm in the mailroom, but I can still pay my rent and I have more time for my dog. Is the unhinged metaphor we're gonna go with. So we click out those. We should have 65 of those. And now, with that, let's triple check that if we go to make, because this is the big money, if we go to make elemental potions of ultimate power that people use to make the good potion cauldrons, we use our best quality reagents, and we use... No! I didn't do the math! It takes regular insights. Oh, that's way more metal. That's probably fine. That's fine, except that, oh, I thought it would be lesser insights. Womp womp. That's pretty close. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay. No, I cannot get gold ones with silver pots with an insight. It must be gold pots. Okay. That all right. That's something. Use best quality. Use these. We'll do 13 batches. That's not as much profit. It's not awful. We get some multi-crafts. We didn't multi-craft at all. What's the deal with the rest? I have, well, first of all, we can pick up some more metal. I don't think we're going to get to 65. Because that's only 3. And then we can, I don't even know if this is a good idea to dump my metal into this. It probably isn't. Don't they let you, trade it here? But I wasn't using my metal for anything else anyways, and I got all excited. I guess I could use those mats for other stuff. I don't have to use them for this. Maybe I won't worry about it. Maybe we'll just post the ones we did. Yeah, 65, it would be, how much metal would it take? Let me see here. It would take 3,250 metal to do the batch that I had in mind, which is kind of an absurd amount of metal. I don't have that much. There's no way. We're just gonna send... So we send those guys, and that's worth 28k. This is really... Yeah, I got so excited. I did not check. This has gotten me before. It's still... Everything we did is still profitable. It's just... I'm not like a Rockefeller like I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, well. That's fine. Let's do some frozen foci because I still have that saxifrage, don't I? Yeah, I do. We have 2,400 of those. So if I get 300, 200, 300 frost, yeah, I'll use it for something, I'm sure. Somehow accumulated like 2k metal on my main. Oh. More like a pebble friend. There was a pebble friend in the book I was reading. I was reading this, the Light Fantastic from Discworld, and there's a little troll, and he's something but pebbles, so this is his name. He was cute. Frozen focus? Frozen focus. Yeah. Frozen focus. Yeah. Auction house for reagents is region wide. So reagents in like, what do they call it? Region wide something auction house? All of this stuff is region wide anyway. Tempted to use the anniversary buff to roll up yet another alt that I will level to 30 and then lose interest in. But if that's fun, then there's nothing wrong with that. I am out here, at least for myself, removing the shame from abandoning fun projects when you are done with them, if that's who you are. I think a lot of us are like that, and I think that you've only truly lost when you've talked yourself into not trying any new things because you know you won't stick with them. Now, not talking yourself into not spending big money setting up new things because you know what, you won't stick with them. That's smart. But like, have your phases, live your life, do your thing. Level your alt. Arison, thank you for the 27-month resub. Great new stuff in game. Twitch drop mount, 27 months with Hazel, and I'm starting my vacation today. So much awesomeness. Nice. Let's log in finally. Plenty of players. COT waiting for the event to go live. COT. I should know this one. What's the COT? Commodities is what they're called now? Yeah, that's what it was. Caverns of Time. There you go. That's true. That sounds right. But yeah, like enchants and potions and gems. That stuff's all region-wide. I'm pretty sure. Herbs or skins. Gear is not. Gear is not. Pets are not. So transmog's not. But most of the stuff that I deal with. Forgot that starts today. Word on the street is that the rep buff will apply to the new rep. So big if true. I did not like hoard any rep items, but I also didn't do the new campaign this week. I was asleep on Tuesday. I was asleep. So I could do also my weeklies. I haven't done the weeklies yet. So I could maybe get a little extra Dream Warden's rep. Although, I'm really not terribly concerned about min-maxing Dream Warden's rep. I do have a token on this character, but it's like, for what? That's an alt. Make crafting orders cross-realm. Maybe with warbands. Oh, we can dream. We can dream. Kitty went back to sit in her blue chair. Mr. Musibu. What do I have to say about my dog? Nothing. He's the best. He gives good hugs. He likes to meet everybody. He met like a whole construction crew this morning on his walk. he wanted to sniff and say hi to each individual person. They were just like showing up to a job site, and we spent some time having people say hi to the puppy. That wanted to, of course. I wasn't like, accosting people being like, greet my dog. But it was nice. It occurred to me that if I ever move, it's one thing for me because I can drive up to town to visit my family, and they also tend to get around a bit more than me, so they might come out and visit me depending on where I move to. But my dog's made friends here. He has other doggy friends. He has people friends. He knows the neighbors. I'm sure he would make new friends wherever I moved, but like I know that people with children need to consider that their children's social lives are going to be completely reset. And that's kind of a big bummer. But I didn't realize that my dog was going to have more of a social life than I was. Forever since I caught a stream. Do you do pet cam sometimes still? Nah, I don't do that anymore. It is not part of my stream. Sometimes the kitty cat comes on my camera though. She'll come sit on the chair. Oh, we're gonna post up. So those are 30k of those, and then 80k of those. Yeah, that checks out. That's worth it. And then here, we'll just send this and clean these up a little bit. And then maybe I'll look for something to do. Oh, I should check the dailies. I should check to see if that one... I need one whelp daycare quest. I need it. And I've been checking I've been checking most days. Sometimes. A day will come and I will check. Ooh! Is that in the right spot? Oh! Promising. Hello? Yes! Alright. I just can't sleep. Let's play a game instead. Maybe there's a comfy hiding spot out there somewhere. I bet you can't find me in the city. It would be heartbreaking if I actually couldn't find her in the city now. Oh, let's go play hide and seek. Common to see dog owners get into fights at dog parks or dog parks chill. It depends. Dog parks are often chill. I would say most of the time it's totally fine. However, it is kind of a breeding ground for conflict because you have a lot of different people with different expectations of how the dogs should behave that will be enforced in differing amounts. And most of the time everybody gets along and it's great, but it is an area where and everybody's kind of got, not everybody, but a lot of people have this attitude of like, my baby could do no wrong. And you will sometimes encounter some conflict. You'll hear really crazy stories about dog parks too. All right, am I going to play hide and seek or am I going to cheat? Play hide and seek? Cheat. Positors, the Emerald Whelpling, and the Obsidian Whelpling. Anybody in here? Well, the problem with trying to play hide and seek is that I could like literally look in the right spot where they are and just not see them because I'm not very good at paying attention. Anybody in here? But I'm kind of, this is the last hide and seek quest I'm ever going to do because this is the last one I need for my achievement. So I'm feeling kind of generous. Returned foster pup today. She was so good. Aww. I'm sure she's going to be really happy at her new place. There was a couple that fostered Moose before we adopted him. And I don't know how they ever... You know, I know they went to foster other puppies after Moose and they had other puppies going on, but like they seemed a little heartbroken to let go of him, and I don't blame them because he's the best. But I am really, really grateful to them for giving him that safe space to spend those weeks and to kind of get used to people and get started in socialization because he's a really sweet, well-adjusted, happy boy, and I think that they're a huge part of why. And I'm just really glad that they took such good care of my baby. The whelp is on your left! Disclaimer, don't know where the whelp actually is. I will give this like a couple of minutes, and then if I'm not finding anything, then I will give up and like start using a target macro or looking it up or something like that. I don't think I have any particular talent at hide and seek. Anything crazy happened to me personally? Nah. I am terrified of conflict, so I'm hyper vigilant to keep an eye out for anything that I think could potentially lead to conflict. So I'm keeping an eye on other people. Are they watching their dogs? How are their dogs behaving? Do they seem really nervous about other people's dogs? You know, what's the body language of the dogs? Who's playing with who? And just if there's anything that I feel like is not really something that I'm ready to navigate, then we'll just kind of either play in a different section if we can, or we'll just wrap up early and go for a big walk. I try to be proactive about that because I can't do conflict, so it's really better to avoid it in the first place. Over here. Moose falling on smaller dogs. He's really quite good. He has a really good understanding. Shockingly, I don't know how he figured this out, but he's got a good understanding of his size. And he knows when he's interacting with a smaller dog that he can't just jump all over them. Then he chooses to go find a big dog that he can jump all over because that's really what he wants to do. He doesn't pay much attention to the smaller dogs. But he will like sniff them and greet them and say hi and like play a little bit, but he'll go find somebody his own size, which is good. And he'll find somebody his own energy. He does like greet everybody, which sometimes a dog will be like, hey, leave me alone. But then he takes disappointment easily, shakes it off. I've found nobody and nothing. So let's see. /tar. Can we find any of these? Yeah, there's... I'm sorry. Oh, that's a duck. I'm thinking Emerald Whelpling. Emerald Mallard. That's a duck. Was there a trick to this where they weren't called the thing? It's going to seem really obvious to me when I actually see them. We named him Moose. He came with a different name. One every other month for our local shelter. Our way of giving back to the place we got our dog. Love us and doggies. Serial foster family. Don't know how people do that. I don't know if I could. I don't even think I would be brave enough to try. I'm too explosive emotionally when it comes to animals in particular. I just fall immediately and wildly in love. Baylog is taking a nice nap. He's kind of living the dream over here. Anybody hiding in here? No. All right, I'm looking it up. Wow, head help. Cozy camouflage. Okay, we found one. Or at least we have a target on it. I like to put a raid marker on them because that will usually show through terrain and stuff like that. Also, you'll have like a thing on your map too. That helps. Yeah, there it is. Any of the new areas pets if you'll be doing a guide for them? I didn't have any current plans. I've come across a couple of the regular wild pets, but I don't know very much. Fall in love with silken windhounds, and now I want one so bad. Smart dog, cool. Alright, and then... Okay. Go to a different area. One that was in a secret extra room, or was that for the secret finding thing? It's a good question. I also, Man, I looked in here! I super looked in here. Is it upstairs? Like on top of this thing? Because if so, I'm grumpy. No, it's not upstairs. Oh, it's behind the thing. Oh my god. This is why I'm not allowed to play the game properly. /star positress is because I'm not very good at it. Mavon 3001. Thank you for the 3-month resub. You like the ending cinematic for the raid? I don't want to lie to you, I skipped it. It's just not usually my thing. Hiding and hide and seek? I know, right? Start Possidress. I'm sure it was cool. I'm just, I would be out of my depth. Okay, let's try maybe on the other end. Right there. Right there! Haha! I have been trying to get this achievement done for a while. I was having... It just wouldn't spawn that last quest for me. He hid so good. Now imagine you as a child playing hide and seek. You ever do that thing where you play hide and seek and then they don't find you and then they just kind of move on with their lives? Right. Well... There it is. And then we get mail from the daycare. Yeah, mail from Agapanthus. Let's go pick it up. Mikey Mike, thank you for the 35-month resub. Almost 3 years. I can't believe it. Oh, man. Time is soup. Time is truly soup. Hit well, apparently. I usually wasn't very good at finding hiding spots. I wasn't terribly original about it. Unexpected visitor. Creature decided it wishes to join the hatchlings, but we only care for true dragons here. Wow. Alright, kid, you're coming with me. Pet Journal Axel? Let's check him out. He's like a little proto. Axel likes to chase bees, no one knows why. Aww. Aww. Played once as a seeker, looked for 2 minutes, then went and watched TV. No clue what went through my head when I was young, or now sometimes. Didn't realize it was hiding, didn't move on because I thought it was missing. Meanwhile, I'd fallen asleep under an exercise trampoline. Oh, man. Oh, dear. All right. Well, I got my pet, which is great. I can stop tracking that achievement. And I got gold on the way. Yeah, we got 227k pending. I'm happy with that. And then another 600. Yeah, it should be something. And let's log on to Inksy and go see. We've got the anniversary event starting in about 5 minutes. What can I do for 5 minutes? What are you auctioning? potions and stuff. Oh, coffee good. Although, for like a day and a half after that, like, evening coffee, normally I will drink 1 cup of coffee. I drink it somewhere in the range of like 8:30 to 10 a.m. Sometimes starting at 8:30 and ending at 10 a.m. And then that's it for coffee for the day. I'll do tea maybe later in the day, black tea if I really need like a little extra caffeine, but coffee is like strictly a morning thing. I never understood when I would see TV shows where they would serve coffee after dinner, and I'm like, I hope that's decaf. I don't understand. But on Monday night, I knew I was going to need to stay up late, and I knew I was going to need a little extra juice, and I was like, fine. Put on the coffee pot, and I did the night coffee, and after that, it took me a while to want it again in the morning. It did nothing to betray me or anything like that, but I don't know. Schedule's off. It's no good. Can have coffee right before bed, be fine. Friends with their all-day coffee? Oh, yeah. Not for me. Not for me. Coffee and alcohol both disrupt my sleep. Coffee prevents me from getting to sleep, and alcohol prevents me from getting sleep that is any good whatsoever. Okie dokie. So what did I do? Well, you want to see my gear? I'm using these blue trinkets that I got in the Emerald Dream, but like they're kind of fun. I crafted a weapon and I put a meal pocket on it, a flavor pocket on it. Mostly just because I noticed that I could make a wand in enchanting, and I was like, you know what I normally do every season is I get these sparks and then I don't use them for like 6 weeks. What if instead of doing that, I just made something? Obviously, the better thing to do is to like look up the best thing to make with your sparks and prioritize that first, especially when you're missing embellishes. But listen, that version of me is a fantasy. She's fiction. She's not real. So this is better than the normal version of me, which is not making anything for 6 weeks. So I made a weapon because I have an offhand. I stuck my flavor pocket on it. I'm just going to use that. It's got some good throughput stats on it for raid healing. I can recraft it and get the item level bracket of it swung up once I get like whelpling and aspect crest, or worm and aspect crest and stuff. And should be fine. Should be just fine. And because it has my flavor pocket, that way I don't have to worry about it. What else? I got a couple of things. I got some legs from LFR. Oh, I haven't done the world boss yet. Maybe I should go do that. I got the legs from LFR. I got a robe, just a regular robe, champion robe from Raid. So I got a few things. I haven't catalyzed anything because I wanted to see if I could like get a tier piece from anything. But I'm not in a big hurry to get my tier. It'll happen when it happens. I'm just trying to tell myself that early. Yeah, alcohol only for breakfast. Taz, for one, thank you for the 10-month resub. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Made a belt for Druid. Probably not the best. Always recraft for higher item level. Yeah. When does the event start? Very soon. Very soon for North America. I think Europe already has it. I was gonna do something. I guess I'm not gonna do anything. I guess I'm gonna go to the Caverns of Time. Well, maybe I'll just hang out here. Maybe there's a breadcrumb quest. Who's to say? I could look up and see if Wowhead has the guide for it. Do they have like a post up? Now live. 31 minutes ago. Yeah, here. Let me read. Let's do this. Once again, time to celebrate. 19% XP and rep buff. Yes, this does work for Dream Wardens. Doomwalker in the originals drop 441 1 of 8 gear. Little Frostwing is a recolor of Little Deathwing. Should show up in your mailbox. Azure World Chiller. Okay, 100% drop from just Doomwalker, the entrance to Caverns of Time. That seems straightforward enough. That seems really easy. So I just want to do Doomwalker, basically. And then enjoy my rep buff. Because I have those. I'm not too fussed about that. I think I have these guys. There might be like I might be missing like a cloak. Yeah, let's just go head out there, shall we? Caverns of Time. We can go Starman and we can take the portal. PvP thing for Time Warp badges. Hated it so much. Corgi toy, pet from the COT vendor. Turn off war mode first. Am I in war mode? No, I'm not in war mode. Oh, I have my, oh, hang on, I need to fix my transmog. I guess I can fix it out there. I have my, my antler mog on. War mode would definitely make things interesting. I mean, if you're looking for war. Although, I don't know. I'm too chicken to go check it out and see what it's like. Maybe it's a bunch of people with war mode on just like hanging out, respecting each other. You never know. Could be. Okie dokie. First of all, I'm going to transmog this road. Yeah. Something like that. Second of all, what kind of keys have I done so far this week? So yeah, I did a couple of 2s, a couple of 5s, and 1 8. So nothing insane. I kind of want to run my own key up. I have just a 2 key, and I kind of want to just like list it, and then just like basically pug my own key repeatedly to see what happens. Oh, do more cassette. I guess I'll just kill him. I don't have any kind of a breadcrumb quest, but that's probably okay. We'll see. I can always kill him again. I respect so hard, man. Come and dismember their corpses. Respectfully. Disrespectfully would be if I whispered them and I insinuated that their mother's cooking was subpar. PvP quest getting 500 honor, specific BG. Not too bad. Hi. Okay. Oh, I got some glovies. Oh, I don't need them though. They're just veteran gloves. I got the mount. Let's see it. Let's see it. Azure World Chiller. Favorite. I don't even have the mail yet. I might need to reload to get that. Stories are told of a dreaded dragon who swept a pall of torment over the land. In some versions of the story, his fiery presence brought cataclysmic death and destruction worldwide. In other versions, he's blue. We took Deathwing and we made him blue. Wow. Imagine that. I don't know if it's possible to get the mount in a not max level character. I killed it on a max level character and now I have the mount, so I can't check. A lot of your insults relate to the culinary expertise of one or one's mother. Yeah, generally I believe in leaving one's mother out of it. Alright, well. Anniversary over. All done. Here, I'm gonna reload and then maybe like check mail. I guess I can check mail when I get back up. Because I want to check the vendor down here to see if I'm missing anything from previous weeks. Because I might have, or previous years. Yeah, I have some Time Warp badges. So let's go take a look. This a new one? Yeah. Brand new anniversary event. May I remind you of the proud for boiling a necromark you made years ago. Oh, that's a... Listen, it made a lasting cultural impact, clearly. Where are the other bosses? They're around. What, is that not helpful? They're around. There's... To be honest with you, I forget. I made a video about it ages ago. There's one in Ashara. There must be a better way to find out in the game without needing to look up the WoW Head Guide. The WoW Head Guide would have the locations on them. Blasted Lands, yeah. Something like that. What do you want? You want me to kill Doomwalker? Yeah, you do. 150, yeah. So I'm not gonna do Korak's Revenge. If I kill Doomwalker again, I can get 150 badges. I don't know if I care that much. We'll see. Where is... So there's Koradormi. I'm assuming the vendor's gonna be surrounded by people. Timely trinkets. Okay. So... Oh, I have that cloak already. That's weirdly... That's weird for me. Usually I don't bother with stuff like that. And then we already know the sunglasses. I could just get a celebration package from here instead of the mail. Sure, why not? Thunder Fury, Corgi Goggles, Corgi Pup, Timeless Mechanical Dragonling, costumes. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think it's pretty much it. Are these all portals? What is this? Chrono Crystals. Oh, you want to watch... Oh, it's like a movie theater for cinematics. That's cool. 150 badges you get to keep. Doomwalker, the one that really matters. Yeah, do Doomwalker at least once to get the new mount. The other ones will have, if you're farming veteran gear, the other ones will have a chance to drop you veteran gear. And then there's like time warp badges, but I don't think that there's a huge reason to go do them. Yeah, so here's the quest. So the original says defeat Kazakh in the Blasted Lands, Azure Ghost Nashara, and then the Dragon Nightmare at one of the portals to the Emerald Dream, which is different than the Emerald Dream we're dealing with now. Okay, I'm not going to fuss with that. Maybe I should, because honestly, I could probably use some veteran gear. But we're going to get it from something or another. So I'm going to take my buff, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do this week's Emerald Dream Weeklies with a 19% extra rep buff. I don't see why not. Oh, crunchy. You ever just feel like a cracker, like desiccated with seeds and almonds and stuff? Oh. I'm gonna take a short break, come back, and then go poke around in the Emerald Dream. BRB. Hey. All right. Spine cracks like a glow stick, but I'm greatly disappointed that it has yet to glow like a glow stick. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, I'm too scared to log out and back in for the mail, so I'm just going to use the package that I bought off of the vendor. Just because of the work. I mean, I'm sure they're done now, but like the work they were doing on the servers. Am I going to get anything cool for getting extra reputation here, like from doing the weekly stuff? I guess I just do it and then I find out. I'm gonna untrack that. 10.25 announced. Wow. Let's see. Let me take a look. Wow head. Does reload not work? Not for the mail thing. No, I tried that. That's okay though. I don't think I need anything. Dragon riding everywhere. Gilneas. More customizations. Blizzard has officially announced Seeds of Renewal. View original. Why does the original link to something that is not it? Did they take it down? News. No, they didn't take it down. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. News update, news update. Just in. The next update, Dragonflight Seeds of Renewal, is in development. Will allow defenders of the Dragon House to discover the buried history of Azeroth and the Dragon House through the Azerothian Archives public event. Take dragon riding to the skies of old world continents. Yeah. Storm Dragonflight dungeons alongside AI companions. Complete new campaign chapters in the continuation of the Dragon Isles epilogues and more. Dragon riding active unlocks worldwide. Yes. Plus, presumably for more mounts. Azerothian Archives. Sure. Something about Gilneas. Follower dungeons. Troll and Draenei customizations. They did not have enough space in this graphic to put the extra E in Draenei. Love is in the air holiday update. Additional Warlock Demon customizations. Alright. Skies of Azeroth and beyond can be yours. Participate in solo and group activities within Trader's Rest with a weekly public event. Battle Pets mounts in a transmog set. King Greymane's ready to retake his kingdom. Tank, heal, and DPS. Alongside follower NPC companions that join you on your dungeon adventures. That will be available in all 8 normal Dragonflight dungeons. Can scale from 1 to 4 players. Will allow players to learn about Dragonflight dungeons at their own pace and provide the freedom to experiment and customize their party makeup. Interesting. It seems like, at least at first, it's sort of a way for people to ease into dungeons without necessarily needing to add randoms. Like maybe you and a friend or two want to try dungeons, but none of you tank or something like that. But it's not unusual for them to pilot stuff like this on a small scale and then expand it. That's really interesting. I wonder how that's going to go. I wonder if the computers are smart enough now to be any good at this. And it's dangerous because if the computers are too good at it, then nobody's going to want to play with the real people. Obviously, it's just for normal right now, but if they ever expanded it beyond that, that would be funny. We, fast forward 10 years and the Mythic Plus leaderboard is just the computers playing with each other. None of us can get into the group because we don't have the IO for it. Oh, man. Whirlwind Abyss, thank you for the 12-month resub. Woo, Twitch sub birthday. Cool, all right. Yeah, what am I excited about for the most from that? There's pets and a Mog set from the new event, which is cool. I want a dragon ride everywhere, and I want a dragon ride on more mounts that are not normal dragon mounts. I love that. I'm down for that. They didn't specifically put it in that graphic, but that's okay. I think I got a new Dream Infusion. Can I? Yeah. What do I want to buy with this one? I could get Memory. I was doing the mounts for a while. So there's that one. There's the Mammoth. There's the Salatrancer. There's also pets. Dreamhoof's pretty cute. I want that mount, but I don't have any of the regular Dream Talon. I don't have any of the regular Dream Talon mounts. Let's do this one. The Shale Wing. Just for now. Because we'll get them all. Imagine Wing. I got the Otter first. That was the first one that I did. That was an easy first choice for me. And then, yeah, look at that. Possible neat way to learn new roles? Tanking? Yeah, I think so. Actual people, but they're devs at Blizzard that actually haven't played WoW before. I am Renown level 7. I am a cozy Renown level 7. I have not done any of the new weeklies, so we'll do that. Or we'll try that anyway. Take the portal into the Ivy Sarah. We'll start with the campaign if I can. I have not been grinding. I have elected to leave grinding be. To not do it. I do want to farm seeds just to like get the pets in the mounts and stuff, but I'm not in a huge hurry. So if anything ever feels more compelling, then I figure we're gonna have time for this. It'll come around. The follower NPCs are the Adventure Party and the Waking Shores in Valdrakken. Oh, that would be cool. Worgen Tank, Nelf Healer, the other two. Moved to Gilneas. 2 of the Dragon Isles next to the tree. Do you think they'll need to make changes to Gilneas to accommodate the new Worgenness of it all? Like, they might have some, like, grooming salons and better fur care products. Or card mount to get those. Mine either say I need Renown or they're red. Yeah, you gotta have a basic version or like a non-green version of the thing. So there's some mounts that I can't buy either. Tail attachment shops. More fire hydrants. Doggy doors. Okie dokie. And then Ysera's busy. That's fine. Things are happening. That's good. I have sound on. It's just quite quiet. I really enjoyed having game music and sound on in Raid last night. The soundtrack to the Raid's really lovely. Okay, an Explorer ring. I have a Season 2 ring on, but these are green, so I don't know if I'm too fussed about it. I guess I'll get like another Crypt Mastery one. And then what? Regroup. Throne of the Tides is an experience. I want to do it. You guys are talking me into it. I want to go poke around with it and see. I kind of want to do some, maybe this weekend on stream. I want to just do some keys. I just need to do like basically any keys to practice. Just get more time playing my Holy Priest. Get some dungeons under my boots. I am new and I'm rusty and I'm scrappy and I gotta just get in there and do a bunch of anything. So. Birdie damage the game. Okay, what do you guys want me to do? There's a world quest here. Oh, it's the elite area. It's a fusion shaper, but these aren't elites. Yeah, I'll be fine. Next patch is the Seeds renewal. I did. We took a look at it on stream. we were talking about the AI companions for normal parties and what that could potentially mean for the future, because if there's anything I like doing, it's getting ahead of myself. Gauntlet of Mages just spamming Arcane Explosion. Your party has to run through it. That's basically thrown. Yeah. It's a good damage profile for me to practice healing. I'm still quite trying to get the hang of my toolkit again. It's peculiar to me that it feels so different than it was. I mean, I guess I haven't played it for like a year, basically. That's a long time. And also it's, you know, different now. I don't have to Boona the Ascended anymore, thank goodness. I'll take that. That was not my favorite button. Oh, you know what I do now is you get those yummy Holy Novas, the buffed Holy Novas, and then you fall like a Divine Star and a Holy Nova with the full buff stack on like a big pile of ads. Delicious. Like everybody else also does big cleave damage, so you're only gonna look hot in the meters for like a second, but man, it feels good for a minute. Because I've been doing low keys, Molten Binder's Disciple, 1.3 mil. What are the odds that that's gonna be okay? Because I'm only doing low keys, they haven't needed as much healing for me, so I've been kind of trying to practice doing damage a little bit. It's different than it was before, because now we have like this Holy Fire spammy button. You have like the Holy Nova stacks. I actually have to Holy Nova now. The only thing that's really the same is trying to use Divine Star for damage. But yeah, practice. 18 keys now actually give you mythic level gear in the vault. Whoa. Can I solo that guy? This is not what I'm here for, but like, let's find out. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Yes, I think I can. Hey, I'm in an adventure of the Emerald Dream. Would you look at that? I didn't realize I was so close. Oh, I got a toy. Is that a guaranteed drop, or am I just a lucky duckling? Molten Lava Ball. Ha-ha. There's something I don't have to farm. The Rainbow Light is from the Prismatic Bauble. Rainbow. Prismatic Bauble. Yeah, that's the one. Post a new patches. We looked at it already. Also, links will get eaten in chat, but we saw it. Seeds of Renewal. Gilneas. Dragon riding everywhere. Azerothian Archives public event. Wall thing, can't remember the name of it. Speaking of Wall, I had a moment last night where I was like, I don't know how to get into the raid. There's a big wall in front of it. How do I do it? I got stuck there. Like, I didn't clear trash before the first boss because I couldn't, like, get in. And then I finally asked in my Discord, and they're like, fly over it. Oh. And then they were joking about how maybe Farak should have just done that. I'm waiting for somebody to chime in and say, yes, Hazel, I did that too. That's a normal mistake to make. It's understandable. You are valid and not broken. Half our raid team did the same thing. Thank you. Thank you. That's the validation I was looking for. Oh, man. Do we take that wall down in, like, this phase of the campaign? Is it just because I didn't do the campaign on Tuesday? Or, is it, like, just a thing? What does the toy do? That's a good question. Let's see. Lava Ball. Oh, cool. I kind of want to finish this bonus objective now. I guess we'll see. But I could get a plump dream seed. Those are the blue ones. The blue ones have the pets. Heroic is going to be tonight. Heroic raid is going to be... We're going to start that tonight. I'm feeling under-geared. I'm 448. I have no tier. I have blue trinkets of questionable integrity. Apparently Everbloom and Throne of Tides are my go-to dungeons to try to farm my good trinkets from if I was going to get trinkets from Mythic Plus. So maybe I should prioritize those ones, but like stinky, you know? Heard the second to last boss is a nightmare. Tindral? Oh, on Heroic? Has anything cool started happening in the Race to World First yet? I haven't been watching it, but I kind of want to, but I haven't started yet. I heard they were still doing... How long are we thinking they're going to do splits for? Because I'm, you know, I like checking in on the action. You should stream it. Ah. We can spy on somebody. Ooh, there's a treasure over here. Lots of splits. Splits. Heroic splits today and tomorrow. Okay. Splits for several days. Maybe I should just watch this. They would probably help me do better at the raid. Smolder on a nightmare. Ooh, I got an experimental substance. It was, it really sent me for a loop when Smolderon was in the first wing of LFR. That surprised me. Like, I know that No, I have no excuse. That surprised me. I did not expect that. I'm like, isn't this like a really late boss? Why are, like, I get fighting Gnarlroot and then Agira. That checks out and makes sense. And then third boss is excuse, but I guess I wanted to keep the other wings intact on the left and the right. I don't know. But I like that they opened LFR right away. We did a Tuesday night LFR with the guild, and that was really fun. Yeah, I've killed Normal Frank. But the Antler Transmog achievement, they went... I guess I don't know what it is now. They gave me the antlers just for doing the treasures, even though they'd already made the change, because they like went back and did it, but they didn't update the tooltip, but like, I don't know. I did kill Normal Frank. I want to do this bonus objective, but like now that I'm... or this world quest, I guess. I guess I could look for a group for the world quest. All of a sudden, I'm finding myself not making very much progress on it. They left it, there was a blue post. Even for the Race to World First guides, they've had to sit helpers to kill him. DPS checks, no joke. Oh, man. Questline needed to get the antlers. It only appears once Frank is dead. Huh. I don't usually do these world quests, but maybe I should just do this. I usually don't do these world quests because I'm like, wow, the mobs are so hard. They're all elites. I don't want to fight these. And maybe the move is just join a group. There's a button on the side of the screen. That's what it's there for. It's really not so bad. And that should fill our group. Yeah, maximum map for that activity. The button. I know. Craziness. Thanks for the videos. Help me die less. Oh, nice. I'm glad they helped. I had like a weird amnesia where I got into the raid and I had finished making the raid videos like less than 24 hours before I like went in, or not less than 24 hours, but like about a day before I went in there. And I actually, I didn't want to watch the videos again because I'd seen them enough. But I also kind of like didn't remember the fights. Like I had to kind of do them and then I was like, oh yeah, it's this thing. I was like looking at the dungeon journal being like, I saw this very recently. I should know it. Not. The cookie's not crumbling right now. Something cooked my noodle. How you doing, Currents? Late quest certainly less annoying than those in the cave. That's good. I think I was judging them by the ones in the cave because it's like, and also the ones in, I didn't like doing the ones in the Obsidian Throne either. And it's all like, you know, jarred in the lava, right? Like, I think that's what I'm judging them against is I'm tired of Elite Jarden. They kill me sometimes, and they shoot me off my dragon, and they're really tall. And I'm painting them all by the same brush now. I'm judging all of them. Hard question. What about you? I am doing all right. It is a hard question. I'm doing okay. Oh, thank you. I got my progress there, so I'm going to leave them to it. Got the Nimue staff. Ooh, nice. Cool. Is there a bug with Sparks of Life not getting any? That's a good question. Let's see what a gear the Crow's up to. Beat the raid normal. Guess who got the mount skin? This guy. Oh, nice. Hopefully I get Vault, Tier and Vault. Duster feels bad for me right now. I'm mostly just kind of trying to bide my time for a few weeks to like get my spec under my fingers. I'm glad that at least this time around my tier set doesn't seem to massively impact my playstyle. Unless I misunderstood something, I think that it's going to be sort of the same buttons that I'm pressing. So I am looking forward to just spending some time, you know, catching up my general item level, but mostly just getting some practice. And then I'm assuming I'm going to end up with tier eventually through the catalyst, if nothing else. If I don't have any pieces by week after next, then I guess I can just get 2 pieces like that. I'm so glad they opened catalyst from the get-go. I've been asking for that for ages, and I'm so happy they did it. It's such a relief to not be like, well, what if I just don't get lucky? Gonna celebrate Thanksgiving next week? I didn't have any plans to. No, I did Thanksgiving already. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving in October? I mean, you might have. You might have, but one Thanksgiving's enough for me. Got 3 pieces of tier yesterday. My raid is taking a break though because the majority of them are Americans. So I think I'm gonna have a Thursday night off. You mean you don't like the Keystone Master mounts? Your Armoredon is not equivalent to a dragon? Hey Sarah, how you doing? You busy? What's up with you? I like your hair. It's a nice braid. I did get the anniversary mount. It's super fast this time. It feels a bit strange to be basically like caught up, but I'll take it. Nice and easy. It lets me get back to what I was doing. Especially when it's like right on top of a new patch like this. I think I would have wanted more activities to do if this was during a content drought, but because a new patch just dropped and I have a lot of things that I kind of want to do, I'm sort of glad to be able to just kind of get back to this. What do we do to get it anyways? Kill Doomwalker. Right outside the entrance to the Caverns of Time. Just kill that boss and you will get your mount. It's a guaranteed drop. Pick up the quest in the inside of the Caverns of Time if you want first to get an extra 150 Time Warp badges. I did not do that. I may need to kill the boss again. Or just give up on 150 Time Warp badges. Wow, these things hurt. Kids and I are from the US, husband's Canadian. We get both Thanksgivings. Nice. Good cheap MMO mouse. Well, it used to be the Logitech G600 when it went on sale, but it turns out the rumors are true and those really are harder to get now, which I am cranky about. So whenever my mouse dies, I'm eventually going to have to try something else, and the other ones are all expensive, so I don't have any good answers for you, and I'm mad about it. Where is the quest? I just got back. Where is what quest? I'm doing campaign quest. I'm doing new campaign quest that unlocked for me this week. I like the Razor Naga. Stock up. They're already out of stock. It's too late for that. They're already out of stock and going for like 3 times their original price. And I'm kind of stubborn. I don't like buying stuff for like above MSRP. I'll buy things for MSRP even if they like will go on sale sometimes. Like I'll buy things at full price, but I really hate buying things above full price due to like supply and demand. I don't like doing that. I would rather just not do it. I may eventually need to go back to the Naga, but like I used to break those every year. I don't know. It started to feel like I had like nuclear hands or something like that. It's not like I'm smashing my mouse around or anything, but they would just like die in the 13 months like clockwork. Maybe they make them better now, but I doubt it. Sadly fairly small, nothing good and affordable. Yeah. I don't want to give up a 12 button grid mouse. I use the thing, man. I like it. It's good. Speak to Kia Featherpaw. That's a nice name. Thrilled to have turkey at least once a month. Look on the Corsair one. Yeah, that's that. I was looking at that one and I was looking at the Razor one. The Razor one has swappable side plates, which is not useful to me. It just feels like they didn't want to make different versions of it for different people. They're like, listen, you guys just all buy this one and then fix it yourself, okay? Show mouse. Oh, this is just a G600 with the 12 buttons on the side and then the 3rd button on the right-hand side. But they're apparently a limited quantity. The G600s used to be like 50 bucks, which was the great thing, is they were like half the price of the other MMO mice, especially when they went on sale, but it was like my favorite one. I would have picked it even if it wasn't half the price. Oh, there's a side quest or something over there. What do you want? Something. A comfy pillow. Don't mind if I do. Parody, thank you for the 33-month resub. Thank you always for comfy WoW streams. Got the COVID during patch week. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, that sucks. Stathics, thanks for the brand new set. Cheapest version of the scimitar is like 70 bucks, I think. I feel like in Canada it was like 110. But maybe that was just what I was seeing on Amazon. I'm on fire? I'm on fire. You may rest here, champion. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time resting. I am on fire. Maybe I should go carry on with the campaign quest. Maybe that will make me less ablaze. I don't have any debuffs that I can see. Unless I'm on fire from a buff, which is a bad buff. Increases your haste, causes you fire damage. Well, why would they do that to me? Stinky. Okay, Explorer's Bands. We have those already. Maybe you're just lit. No, the 45-minute one is my, that's my rune, my weapon rune. Oh, it does look fiery, though. Glad for the anniversary event. Leveling a bunch of Alliance characters at the moment. Can have both Horde and Alliance characters. Nice. All right, I'm looking up this price thing. Razor Naga Trinity. So if I wanted to order one right now, limited time sale. That's good. 90 bucks. What's the full price? Buy new, 90. Yeah. I wonder what it's like not on sale. It's a deal. I don't know. Okay. Guardian forces slain. Traps activated. Sale, pog. Yeah, that is the standard one. And the fire zone is things on the ground. If you click on them, it burns you. Okay. Had to replace my Naga multiple times, take very good care of my things. That was my experience with them back. And mind you, my experience was in like 2012. Like, it's been a long time. But I also wasn't a big fan of Synapse. I had issues with it. And I've had issues with the Logitech stuff as well, but not lately. The Logitech gaming framework really cleared up for me in the last couple of years. It doesn't throw any issues for me lately. I don't know. I just wish that Logitech would just keep making my mouse. Please. Yeah. It's great that yours hasn't broken, Saga, but it's just one use case. This is a G600. It's working fine. It's just I'm afraid of the day that it eventually wears out. I do wear them out over time. We'll have to see what's on the market by then. Hope maybe I can squeeze a few years out of it. Had to replace it multiple times since about 2019. Had to get back because I couldn't find the 600 anymore. Yeah. The 600 was so nice for me because I have such big spider hands. And I was so much comfier on like a wider, broader plated mouse. I don't find that I claw grip it the same way that I do the Naga. 6502 hero, just in case. It's pretty satisfying damage spec, want a level 1? I always found it pretty fun. I haven't, I don't know what they're doing, like, in endgame content lately. I haven't set myself up for raid or keys or anything. I've just been using it to quest. But you certainly have a lot of buttons now. It used to really suffer from a lack of cooldowns, and it feels like they've gone in the opposite way, where now it's nothing but cooldowns. Lots of short things that you can do pretty often. Mm. Oh, I see, I see. Laughs an enhanced button despair. JK. Love it, actually. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I want to level and gear and play an alt this season? And if so, do I want to do that earlier? Or would I rather mess with... I thought about getting my PvP druid started early. The trouble is that I need to buy some honor gear. The good news is that I have some honor. But normally, and I guess I can probably find something now. I didn't do it right away because normally the way I figure out how I want to gear is I check the armory of the people that know how to gear. And I wanted to make sure everything was like updated yet to find out what I should buy first. Usually I just procrastinate long enough that it's not a problem. You can just kind of get everything. Late season alts are the play, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, I did LFR on my main. And now I'm like, well, what if somebody else does LFR? Do I want to do it another character? But I don't know. I feel like I'm probably better off to just, especially if I'm trying to get better at Holy Priest this season, I'm probably better off to not play any alts for a while. And just anytime I would want to do like keys or raid or something on my alt, just play the priest more, you know? Do another run. Do another key. Get a little more time in. Am I going to be okay? I guess we'll find out. They look very scary, but maybe they're not that scary. So mad about having to use flight stones to upgrade honor gear instead of honor. Everybody's experience with stuff always better back in the day. Made with steel and anger. Yeah. I'm just lucky I got things that work for me right now, and you know, I bet you that eventually these things break, I'll be able to find something else that will work for me. It'll be okay. It's alright. It's not worth stressing about. Oh, these campaign quests are fun. I don't know what campaign quests ever did to me. I don't know why I feel the way I do about them. I don't think it has anything to do with what they are. I think it's just because I do them for the wrong reasons. I think that if I was invested in it for a different reason, I would find it to be pretty cool. And back, like, many expansions ago when I was pretty new to the game, I was excited whenever they added any new quest because I was like, whoa, new content! No one's ever done this before! And they didn't add new content very often, so when they had, like, a quest for Thrall to, like, get married or something, or, you know, like, go around Deep Home with his kid, that's, like, awesome because there wasn't really that much new stuff going on, and it's like, oh, have you done the new thing yet? Whereas now it feels like they add new stuff really frequently. It's not that the quality's gone down or any, but they add new stuff all the time so it doesn't feel as special, and the it doesn't usually, like, usually you're just kind of doing it and then you like unlock something or maybe you get some rep, but it's not for rewards that I'm personally invested in. So I feel like I'm just kind of doing it to have it done, because more often than not, whenever I'm like, oh, I'm not going to worry about the campaign, it bites me in the butt. Like, there's something that needed me to do it later. So I mostly feel like I'm just kind of doing maintenance here. Maritha's a really pretty dragon. Watching streams got me back into WoW. Got them with the first 4 areas of Dragonflight, and now on the northern area. Nice. Now I don't do laundry or dishes the rest of my chores, just game when I get home. Oh, man. I get like that too sometimes when I'm like super into something. I have a hard time thinking of other things first. It's not that I'm intending to neglect them. They just kind of like cease to exist for me for a while. And then, you know, a week or so will go by and I'll kind of like wake up and I'll look around me and I'll be like, oh, I need a vacuum. Sometimes I'm in like a nice balance thing where I'm like, I know when I'm doing things, but I have a tendency to just kind of live by the seat of my pants. Didn't realize how fun Demon Hunter was. Like that they're doing actual quests this time, not 110-second long stuns with nonsensical dialogue. That's a good point. That's a good point. There is stuff to do. Must have missed some loot drops. What's with the ham radio antenna? You like my antlers? I got some antlers. They make the little birdies love me. They make me into a Disney princess. I'm happy. Also, I feel like I must be getting to the end of whatever is going on in this chapter. There's 3 more chapters left, including the one that I'm on, just in total. I'm assuming they're not all unlocking this week. I'm ready.
Cowardly beasts! To the eye! Obey your master!
That'll do a number in your voice box.
We have won. Not one
Do you think that they don't wear shirts because they've got lava on the inside so they don't get cold? Is it the tattoos?
The Jordan will be your doom. We are constant as the...
Got renown 18 because I saved my rep tokens, but also don't really need the rune. Can't but help but think of Metallica when he says obey your master. Yeah, we got Explorer Mitts. We're heading back to a Mirdrasil. Here, let's go do that quest before I leave the whole area. They spend so much time at the gym, they just like to show it off. What do you think they lift? The girls wear bras. The people keep using I feel like people don't immediately know that Agira is a lady, the second boss of the raid. And I always get like a little offended on her behalf. It's like, yeah, she's swole. She's still a lady. We're still gonna brutally kill her. But she's just built. 405 for reps. Pause too. She grew up on a farm. Have you seen her hands? They're huge. Fruit juice applied. Fruit juice? Fruit juice? What do you gotta do in life to get somebody to come and apply fruit juice to you? I guess you could probably get that on like Craigslist. Oh wait, there's another thing. What do you want? Stuff, reasons, things. Yeah, I might come back around to that. What time is it? 45. So there's gonna be a Emerald Frenzy soon. Do I care? I'm still kind of figuring out my relationship with the different world events, or like how important they are and which ones I want to do. Obviously I want to do a weekly Super Bloom and I haven't done that yet, so I'll probably try to do that at 11. And planting the seeds as much as possible is great, because especially if you go back and pick them up, because that's going to give me pets and mounts that I want. But the Frenzy is kind of in a weird place where it's giving you tons of dewdrops. But the dewdrops are really more, it seems to me at least, about flight stones and not so much about the chance at collectibles, which is what I really want. So it's kind of like, why bother with them? Maybe I would get better dream energy progress? I don't know. Alright, so I have my rep buff up. Da-la-da! Extra rep. We're now an 8. Dream fruit capacity, Drake Crest flight stones. Play a movie. Thanks. Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay. What do you want? Meet up with Alexstrasza. Yeah, I guess they're going to let us start the next one. They help you max out the rewards. But those rewards are, as far as I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, they seem to be largely flight stones. And, I mean, I'm not against that, but I might get them from other stuff. Who's to say? So there's a veteran 441. Yeah, we're going to put that on. That's a crit mastery ring. My old one had a socket and leech, so I really shouldn't switch it out. But, like, I kind of want to. Plus, I want to upgrade that. I want to get rid of my Season 2 gear, basically. We'll chuck that on for now. I got a splintered spark. So a half a spark. And some crests and stuff. Yeah, they do have one mount chance. That's true. I've gotten the one mount from that. Alright, I guess we're gonna keep doing campaign. If there's more, there's more. I want to take a break actually to do the world boss. I want to see if I can get some loot out of it. Blue kitty raptor? Green kitty raptor. Oh, you gotta follow your heart. But if you really can't pick, then green. Oh, it's just people are fighting it. Are many people fighting it, or am I gonna regret this? Who needs a raid group, am I right? Oh. Me. I need a raid group. I need help. I need a parent. Oh boy. Owie. Hey look, it's my cheat death. Alright. We'll check group finder. There was like, wow, he really does not want to tether. Leave me alone. I don't swim very fast. Oh, man. I have a... They won't let me... It's because they have a death penalty on this. They don't want people like a swarming, like death running it. Bummer you didn't do the campaign stuff before raid. Last quest he gets to kill Farek. Yeah, but then I wouldn't have gotten the... And I guess I could have saved the tokens, but I wouldn't have gotten the rep buff. Also... I would be surprised if that was the last time we ever kill Farek. Hardcore rules, time to delete the character. Angry bear. It's angry. Alright, let me up. At least they let you fly. Hardcore hype. Raid night starts Tuesday. Beat Farek normal in one night. Story's out of order for me. Didn't die, just dreaming. Nice little nap. Okay, let's maybe get into a group for that. I didn't check the loot table for it, but I'm assuming that I need transmog at the very least. So we're gonna go ahead and not pull him. Oy. Look at all these paladins. That's so many paladins. It is recommended that clothwares do not try to solo the world boss. 2 DHs were soloing the world boss and I was like, they need help. I didn't think I would pull aggro. I figured anybody that was brave enough to be like fighting it with nobody else around was gonna be doing enough damage to keep aggro off of me. Whoops. Humble brag. Weird flex. You want to hear, so I was on Discord. I was talking to Flabby. And we weren't like having an ongoing conversation. We were just kind of hanging out. And after a while, I hear him say, "Oh no!" And I'm like, "What's wrong? What happened?" And he's like, "Well, I did all this math. Man," he's like, you know, kind of disappointed, upset about something. I'm like, wait, what happened? What's wrong? Well, I thought I could... I was mailing all my gold to one character. And I had it all worked out, but I must have miscalculated. And I can't hold it all. It won't fit. Flabby, are you upset because you have more than 10 million gold? He's like, well, yeah. Is that the problem? That's something else. He was trying to like consolidate and he mailed too much, so he couldn't pick up one of the mail because it would have put him over gold cap on that character. I was like, that's just such a tough life. It's hard. Don't know how you're gonna make it through the day with that one. And then I asked him if I could tell stream the story because I enjoyed it very much. I guess I didn't get anything. Is he? Because we don't loot him. I'm like looking for loot. I'm assuming it just happens. Did I get anything? I got a seed. Okay, I got... Ooh, I also got sunrise scales for the Whimsy Drake. Let's go put those on. Is there a rostrum down here? I feel like there's not. I got a purple seed and I got sunrise scales. I must put those on. I simply must. Let's use our Hearthstone. We can port back. If only we could all be so unlucky. So jealous, want those scales. World boss loot. It just feels weird to not loot anything, you know? Where's my, like, 3 gold? Don't want that bear. So I got some Whelpling crest because I've capped out on Drake's crest. That's funny. I mostly want to put on these new scales just because they're different. Like, I like the Whimsy Drake. I probably like the blue color better, but, you know, they're, like, different. New. It's fancy. Oh, they are pretty, actually. That is nice. Do I want to change anything else? No. No back fins on the back. It's a little bit spooky without the fins. I might put armor on it, actually, or like a saddle. No helmet. Well, actually, hang on. If I put armor on it... Is there an armor color? I thought there was armor color. Maybe not. No, this goes up too high. It doesn't look very comfy. Take it off. Wow. Looks like the Sundowner pet. Color really reminds me of something, not sure what. Happy dragon. I just like being different. Well, that was worth it. I'll take that over loot. The toy drop from Laradar, I don't know if it's like 100% drop, but the Hearthstone toy drop from Laradar, I didn't win it, but it, I was like, that's the real loot drop right there. Don't like the derpy face in that dragon. I kind of want the other jaw type for it to see if that makes it look any less derpy. 5 minutes and then the bounty's gonna start, so maybe I don't want to get into anything crazy here. Any quests that I need to like pick up or start around here? Any renown rewards? What do you want? Burning out. Calandru. Calandu. Ooh, a pet. Ooh, a pretty pet. Okay. Find siblings in the smoldering copse. That's not good. Gonna go back to shorter streams now? Nah, I don't think so. I think that was, I just needed the extra juice for Raid Guide Week. I have stuff to do today, but I'm not in a immediate hurry to get there, so I can I think I can hang out this week, especially because we missed a bunch of streams. I miss streaming. Take the turn. I was kind of hoping it would just give me the pet. We'll get it though. I went back to the bank on Wednesday, and spent a while there talking to the money man about money and about where to move the money. I didn't get a super thorough financial education. I'm financially illiterate enough that I don't spend money that I don't have, and I don't spend my taxes before I pay them, which is important when you're self-employed, which is good. So I'm not in debt, which is great. But I'm not terribly smart about putting money in the right places or anything, so I have somebody at the bank now that's helping. Especially helping me save and figure out my plan for how to become a homeowner at some point eventually. So I went and they helped me set up like a bunch of accounts, because there's all kind of programs in Canada for your FHSA and your RRSP and your TSFA and like just a bunch of stuff that I honestly don't really thoroughly understand. I have some notes to read up on. I swear as soon as it becomes about numbers and money, I'm not a dumb person, but there's a certain part of my brain that just assumes that I'm not going to get it and just shuts right off. But I trust the person that's helping me, so I'm feeling better about that after having gone to do that, because there's certain things that have like annual deadlines and limits, and I'm just trying to make sure I have all the paperwork so that I can get the smart people to help me do all the things that I need to actually do. Secret millions. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. If I had secret millions, I would be shopping in a different market. What it's currently looking like is that I am going to be able to, hopefully, assuming everything goes fine, get myself into some property sooner rather than later. However, it's not going to be like a ranch in the mountains or anything like that. It's going to be a lot closer to home. It's going to be a lot more modest. It's not going to be that different than what I have now. But I'm going to be building equity, and I'm going to actually be in the market instead of underneath it watching it drift away from me on a cloud. So I was looking at places in my budget and being like, you know what, this is actually really cute, and this is actually close to a cute trail, and this actually, you know what, it's not so far from groceries, and this place gets great internet and stuff like that. Because it's nice to have big dreams, but also sometimes your big dreams are just like not your life. And there's other dreams that are good too. Besides, there's nothing that says that you're only allowed to buy a house once in your entire life and that has to be it forever. One exam away from a master's in business. Oh, nice. Congrats in advance. All I know about finances is that I don't care. Mansion with your secret millions. Yeah. I think there will be something really kind of extra special, even if it's not a big place, even if it's just like a condo, about being like, I own this. Even if, like, as long as I can continue to afford my mortgage, which I'm setting it up in a way where that should not be a concern, even if there's like a bad stream year or if I have to switch jobs or something, assuming that I can keep up with my mortgage and strat fees and like interest rates and stuff. But like, that's kind of the benefit of keeping it really modest, is that those things can't ruin your life, or they have less power to. The idea of having a place that you can always go back to, you know, like a roof that could be over your head even if things go wrong, is a real nice comfort when you've been renting for a long time and when you've been moving around a bunch. I'm sure there are other stresses and other problems and other difficulties, and I can learn all about all of those. But there is something to be said for this is my place and I get to be here. You may want to click off the fire buff again. Why do you keep doing that to me? Sunrise skin? I got it from the world boss. It dropped from the world boss for me. Nice, because you don't need to do landscaping, deal with the outside. Yeah. I think there could be, I've heard some different things, but I think there could be something to that for me. I'll probably be quite vague, especially when it comes to actually doing it, about what kind of place and where I end up in. I may mix and match details to make an amalgamation of the truth, but just for security reasons. But if it's a place and it has rooms and it has internet, and it has places for me to walk my doggy, and I can buy some groceries, and it's not too far from the family, I'll be pretty happy with that. Plus, if I own it, I can like paint. I can you know, do fixtures. I can do appliances. I could renovate if I really wanted to. Splash potion of narcolepsy. I could be like, I want to put these light fixtures in. I want this sink. And mind you, you'd have to buy the sink and then like have somebody help you install the sink, because I don't know how to install a sink. But, you know, these are things you can do. Some people do those in rentals and then they just put it all back when they're leaving. But that's I whiffed that really hard. That's never been me. Retirement with ramen, coffee, guitar. I'm set. You're going to lie? Yes. Yes, I'm going to lie. Snake your own toilet. Or at least, you know, call some. That is one thing that I realized, is that as awful as it was to have that issue, it was nice having, I'm lucky that this is a great building and they were on top of it quite quickly, and having somebody else figure out what they're going to do about it. It would be me calling plumbers and paying them otherwise, but you know, it's just one of the things, and you pay for that in your rent. 200-gallon aquarium. Shut up, kid. 200-gallon aquarium. That's a big aquarium. Oh, I went to the same shop where I got my fish from recently, and I went and looked at all the fishies there, and I was like, hey, the fishies. Mine are still doing good. It's so... I mean, I know that's how fish keeping is supposed to work. I just had so many issues with fish keeping in my first, like, 3 years of it that I'm just really pleasantly pleased and surprised that those cherry barbs I have in my kitchen are just, like, living life, and they seem fine. And they've been fine for like a year and a half. And for pet store fish, like I didn't get them from a super specialty place. I'm pretty pleased with that. We didn't lose any of those. You got fish? Yeah, I've had fish. I've had fish for a year and a half. I just don't show them on stream anymore. They're in my kitchen. Cherry barbs too? Mine are thriving. Yeah, they're pretty. I was worried they would annoy each other too much, but they like the plants in the hardscape I have in the tank. I've got some rocks and plants and wood, and they seem to be able to get away from each other when they need a break. Ranch style house, I don't have stairs. Stairs are hard with my arthritis. My one item that I really want that I may or may not be able to find is a place with... it's going to really depend on what the place is and where, but like a place with a heat pump or with air conditioning of some kind, because... summers are only getting hotter. And in a house, you can add a heat pump. But if you have a strata property, especially if it's a combined one, like a condo or a townhouse, you may not be able to add it in unless you like talk everybody into doing it and making it like a whole thing. And that would be, and, you know, you can maybe do window units, but some stratas don't even like that because they don't want to like hanging out the window. And then you're doing like the hose thing, and I need to have a plan. I need to have some way to cool down interior air and not just be like, well, I hope it doesn't get to 40 Celsius because we're going to cook. It didn't used to, you know, buildings weren't built with this in mind because this didn't used to be the weather here, but it is now in the summer every now and then, and it's something I feel like you have to plan for, especially if you have pets. Never tried again after my first fish. Wonder if they enjoy listening to the water run. Got central air, I think I would melt otherwise. Window ACs. Some places will allow them and some places won't. They've worked very well for me in the past. But yeah, you have to deal with your strata. Which it looks like is going to be the thing, because I just don't make the kind of money. And to be fair, not many people make the kind of money to be able to take on the kind of mortgage that you need to get into, like a freehold house on this island. It's just unreasonable. Use Frozen Heart's Wrath. Hey, it worked. Live in the desert. AC is a legal requirement. There's ones that sit in the middle of the room and you drain the water out every 4 hours. Huh. Yeah, freehold as opposed to like a strata arrangement where you stratas will have, like, you own the unit, like your condo or your townhouse, or sometimes the Bearland strata will be you own the house, but the strata owns, like, the kind of the communal property, and you pay fees every month that go into a pool that helps to pay for communal things like, oh, we're getting the roofs fixed, we're getting the building painted, we're getting the landscaping done, that kind of thing. There will be a strata council, and that is typically member run, so people that live there are on the council, and they'll figure out, they'll kind of, you know, you'll vote for your council and figure out what to do, and some of them are great and some of them are hell, and it's just one of those things. I believe prices will go down based on demographics. That would be nice. I hope so. I can't afford to wait crazy in line. Just did this quest. But yeah, I did the math once on how much money I would need to earn to be able to qualify for a mortgage for like a, you know, like a 3-bedroom house with a little yard. And it was somewhere like $300,000 a year or more was what they would want me to be earning, like consistently for multiple years to be able to qualify for that. And that was just, I looked at that and I went, you know what? I don't even want to be that rich. I do fine. I'm not making $300K a year. That's just not me, and that's okay. That's all right. It's just kind of a bananas market. And that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's not something that I'm taking it upon myself to fix. moved in this apartment. The sun beats down the bedroom windows this afternoon. Summer will be awful here. See if you can, especially if you have pets. Portable AC units really can do big work, especially if it's not a huge space. What I used to do in my apartment, I lived in an apartment that had that problem. And even if you just cool one room of the apartment and the rest of it gets kind of sticky, just having a place that you can go to like exist and that the pets can kind of gravitate towards to not overheat is crucial. So just like one room that doesn't get super crazy hot that you can add like a window unit or like a standalone unit or a unit with the window hose or something. You don't need to install them. They're not super cheap, but it is worth it to not die. Can't believe Hazel only makes $299K a year from streaming. I know, right? Yeah, dying bad. We're not ready yet. We got things to do still. I haven't figured out if they have flowers in space anywhere on other planets, and if they do they have the same universal consciousness as the ones that we have here? So I gotta get to the bottom of that. It's gonna take me a bit. We've got this. There we go. More? Indeed, more. Yeah, the electric bill is absolutely a problem. That is the thing. Blackout curtains will help. They do some work. He's reported actually a millionaire. Big tree really helped. Hello. Neural root assisted. Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling about this one. I use a glyph to minimize my shadow form. It's called the Glyph of Shadow. Lets me still see my transmog and stuff. You're still a little shadowy, but it's much reduced from what it was. My puppy's in a really cuddly phase. Or I'm in a really cuddly phase and my puppy is choosing to tolerate me. But I'll go visit him when he's hanging out and I'll just snuggle the puppy and he's like, yeah, okay. Alright. Hi. Belly rubs, please. He likes the belly rubs and the ear scritches. His ears are enormous and his tail is so long. He's just at a really awkward, he's like an awkward lanky teenager puppy now. And his parts are not quite the right length for him. And it's, he's really silly looking, it's cute. Missed how many bosses your guild killed? We full cleared normal. We did full cleared normal, and we haven't started heroic, but we're gonna poke at that tonight. We'll see. If I would imagine we're gonna do like a couple bosses in heroic, but nothing too crazy. I really liked it. I had a great time in raid. It felt good to be raiding again. I always enjoy the breaks, then I always really enjoy getting back to it too and seeing everybody again. It's fun. Alright, I wanted that Somnut, but I've changed my mind. Gotten over it. Can live without me. I'm glad it's only Thursday. I had like a nightmare that it was the weekend already and I wasn't ready for it yet. I want to stream some keys this weekend. I want to stream just some like medium keys, like either plug into them or list my own key or something. Just get some runs under my belt. I got the yellow skin from the world boss. Keys. Yeah. I kind of want to pick an alt to start and play an alt from the very beginning of the season, but I am restraining myself because I think that I would be of better service to others. And also, I'll get more satisfaction in the long run if I just stick with one thing for now, you know, and put in some work on it. Besides, I'm sure I'm going to want to do Everbloom or Throne of Tides or whatever like a bajillion times for trinkets or something. Can't decide what alt I want to work on this season. Do you guys like playing alts of a different role or another alt of the same role as normal? Because I know people that do both, and I feel like I'm always, I don't know, inclined to just do more healers when I'm already main healing. I thought about setting up my BM Hunter for like a little fun DPS ult, and then I saw the thing about the BM Hunter nerf, and then I was like, since when do you listen to nerfs? So now I don't know. I want to at least be able to cover all their roles. Threaded Tides is icky with a capital I. I need to see it. People have been telling me this all day. I need to go suffer. I want to know. I want to feel it. Can't do tank and warlock. Roll tanks and DPS. Never have I ever healed. Total profit from all auctions. Huh. Like the ones that you have posted? I feel like Auctionator will show you like the value of your current auctions. DPS with all my hearts. Never play DPS alts. Might have a queue time related reason. Enjoy being able to fill any role. Usually have one primary, 2 alts. Shuffle all 3 with each expansion. It's a good idea. Maybe I would enjoy being able to fill every role. I always like the puzzle of like, okay, well, if you're gonna fill every role, what are you gonna play? You know, like you don't normally play a tank, but if I was gonna play a tank, then who's it gonna be? Is it Barnacles? Or do I just play Restored Druid? Can't do everything. Not enough time. Season of Discovery at all. It's a good question. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna know until it's like on top of me. It might be one of those things. The Vengeance Demon Hunter. Night Flame! What about Anthus? My prop paladin. Okay. So we're getting there, but I have a feeling that they're not actually going to time get me after all. There might be even more campaign after this. Monk Druid Paladin's an option to always cover everything. Timing on Season of Discovery is kind of awkward. Yeah. If you're like me, and you have an interest in playing the new Dragonflight season, then it is a little bit. They can look so good. You'd enjoy that, I think. I wonder what it would take for me to really like tank a whole season. I think I should give it a chance sometime, because I think a lot of the anxieties that I had about tanking are things that they've kind of dealt with. There is some variability to routes, but it's not as nuts as it used to be. I think the last time I tried to tank was, bizarrely enough, in the Prideful season. And trying to pull trash for Prideful was not very beginner friendly. I think it's better now. Like, yeah, you still want to try and, like, get to trash percentage without over-pulling, but I don't think it's quite as life or death. And it's a little bit more linear. Have receipts been bugging out? Got one says I have a reward waiting, nothing to click. I had that last week, and I was assuming, I don't know for sure, but I was assuming that it was a UI bug from my add-on. I thought maybe Plumber was doing that. But I didn't verify that. Tank, off tank for Raid Group and Wand. Healer and Mists. Work out a tolerance pack with your current Mythic Plus tank. Swap roles for learning purposes. Oh man. I wonder if Tylon has ever healed. I should ask him that sometime. I have an add-ons list. My UI is mostly from in-game, and I don't have an export of it posted anywhere, mostly because I assume that nobody but me wants it. Because it's, I don't know, it's weird. I should put an export up somewhere, just like a paste bin or something, I don't know. However people like to do that. And there's some more. I'm going to take a real quick sec. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Here, I'll show my graphics settings real quick. Hang on. Options, graphics. I don't think I recommend them. My refresh rate is quite low. The hertz of my monitors is not very high. I turn shadows off just because they're not very important to me and it's an easy way to get some extra overhead. And my settings are also optimized for I am streaming and playing on the same PC. And I want to have relatively good fidelity for that. Sartain, thank you for the 12-month resub. A WoW raid where there is no help, so a guild would have to figure it out all by themselves. Just an idea, not a threat to your work. No, I know this is fine. I like what they've been doing lately with doing the later bosses without public testing, so that people have like maybe the dungeon journal, but like no guides available ahead of time. You could, even if you wanted, like they could take it one step further and like not have the dungeon journal, and just make them trial and error it. I think dungeon journal is kind of nice to be able to double check and be like, okay, so what did that thing actually do without you needing to like basically comb through combat logs. Okay. Getting there. I'm mostly looking forward to just having the campaign done so that I can feel like I haven't left an unfinished thread somewhere. Anyone still using Forbidden Reach rings? No, they got giga nerfed. Giga Omega. Beaten down into dust. I could be wrong and there could be like a spec for which they remain really good or something, but my understanding is that they're compost. They're in the worm bin. Empower heroes. There you go. You feel empowered? Use it on a speed set. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I hated that ring. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I'm just no fun. I don't really want gearing to be any more complicated. And maybe I'm just complaining about things, and then if they took them away, I'd be like, why is it so straightforward and simple? But like, stuff like embellishes and the rings where you socket the different things in have never been my favorite parts of gameplay, because I'm not making meaningful choices. I'm looking up the meaningful choices that other people made for me and then just doing extra chores to get my gear together. Talents are fun because you can kind of swap them around. I don't know. I guess you could kind of swap the ring thing, but I don't know. I feel like my desire for that kind of gameplay is satisfied by talents, and then I guess soon to be hero talents. I don't need fancy gear. Trinkets are good. Tier sets are good. What if that was enough? Heroes are the yellow dots on the map. So what are these guys? Just chumps? Oh man. You guys don't have names? I'm sorry, you're just not important. You don't get inspiration. Don't want to have to think that hard about a ring. Yeah. Fun part of gearing is seeing my DPS go up when my gear gets better. I like getting my tier set bonus online for that reason. Or like getting like a new trinket. Or just like a big item level boost over like a couple of weeks at the beginning of the season. But it's something that I feel like you kind of do, and then I don't know. I feel like a good amount of the season that I'm playing for, I'm not really chasing upgrades. I'm usually chasing progression. Like you get your stuff and then you get like your 20s done or whatever. But I'm probably misremembering. I haven't geared in a while. We'll see. I'm just winging it. I have no plan for this patch. I'm just going to kind of do stuff and hope for the best. Clicked on a dragon to see who it was. And it was Green Dragon. The Green Dragon? Wow. Imagine that. Rip an aggro and pull with my beacon from last trade. Yeah, beacon was cool. After 20s, nothing more to chase till you get to rank 1. Yeah. Did you hear the thing about Mythic Plus portals being account-wide next expansion, though? Ha ha ha. Oh, that'll be so nice. But yeah, once I hit 20s, it's usually time to either play an alt or take a nap. We pray for that to be retroactive. I think it must. I think they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. They didn't say, but like, in my heart, in my dream, they promised me. Surely. It seems to line up with their ethos, with their new philosophy. What's our philosophy as gamers? What are we here for? Good times, loot, pets. Place to be on Thursday nights. Nice project. I haven't struck any proto-dragons. Do they just mean with like my mount? No. Yep. That's what they mean. Alright, close your eyes. If you are sensitive to bad driving. Holy. This will be over shortly. Hopefully. We hates it. It burns. Oh dear. I can hear my dog getting motion sick. It's in another room. It's asleep. People 100% in this game have you traveled to the other side of the Atlantic to see folks at this point. That's the real magic of online gaming. It's a long flight. I've never even done that. Never crossed the pond. It's a big pond. Taking advantage of the accessibility dragons for quests like this one. Accessibility dragons. Like settings? Or is there like a special dragon that's easier? Main favorite mode of play? Doing casual stuff? Listening to Hazel's stream. There's nothing wrong with that. Kitty, you want up? A special dragon that has autopilot. Oh! Well, I might have enjoyed that. I didn't know about that. How do you get that? Just for next time or for other people? Was it on the platform somewhere? Very slow? I mean, I don't think I was any great shakes at that. Standing behind you. Oh, okay. Sitting by the quest person. Good to know, good to know. Prophet of the Flame. Oh, he's so fiery. Reminds me of Lava Boss from Firelands, which I guess is probably for a reason. With the volcanoes. I liked that fight, I think. Firelands was the first raid I ever did with a guild. And I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I remember zoning into a raid and seeing the trash and having it be like big trash, right? Like super tall mobs, open air place, big looking raid. And I was like, we're here. It's time. Don't let them down. Because, you know, it was a long time ago. I had basically just applied to, not a random guild, but basically a random guild. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have an in. I was like browsing, I think, advertisements and found a guild that needed, I was a holy priest at the time. And applied and trialed and then got in. And it wasn't like a super hardcore guild or anything. I think it was like a normal guild. But I was still really nervous that I wasn't going to cut it. Struggle with raiding with a guild because I hate having a set time, want to raid when I want. Ever felt this way? No, I'm the actual opposite. I like having set times, and I really don't like the ad hoc way that people tend to plan content where you just have to be around and then people just do things. I don't like that. I need somebody to be like, Hazel, be on at 6 o'clock, we're doing keys. And then I'll be on at 6 o'clock and we'll do keys. But I tend to miss out whenever it's just like, you know, people just pulling people at a random based on whoever's around, because I won't be around if I don't know that I'm going to be needed. I like being able to plan and schedule my social interactions and not have them just kind of happen anytime. But that's just a personal thing. Everybody's different. Yeah. I'm gonna stop disenchanting these things. I'm just gonna vendor them. And there you go. So we'll do that. What if we just kill Heroic Frack tomorrow? Just kill him. Kidding. Not happening. Do that next week. And we'll get like some rep and we'll get some flight stones. The anniversary event should be up for longer than 1 week, right? Yeah, the anniversary event is up for like a month. So we're fine. I'll still have the rep buff then. That's no problem. Nice. Climbing gear acquired. I guess I could do it for the reputation. Oh, I forgot to do the super bloom. Should we do the Emerald Frenzy? That should be up, right? It's 11:30. The Frenzy should be up somewhere. There's some dragon races. There's some rares. Okay, got the Smolder on Tuesday. You have to look at the Frack quest before we're likely to kill normal Frack tonight. Nice. Healer-driven raid. Struggling with the amount of stuff on my screen. Sometimes get overwhelmed. I don't know how much you have on your screen. I don't play with a lot of alerts in the middle of my screen. One thing that really has been helping me this tier in particular, though, is big debuffs. It's an add-on that just makes dispellable debuffs huge on the raid frame, so that it's easy for me to see dispels. Because there's a few fights that have important dispels that you want to be able to really quickly and easily see and grab. And having that on makes it much easier. That combined with mouse over healing. I'm still kind of getting comfy with the new tier 2. But having mouse over healing, nice comfy raid frames, and then big debuffs is a great place to start. I'm having a hard time healing the ads on Farak. I was like, I swear I must have been dumping heals into the wrong one, just like trying desperately to target the correct one, and then I finally just ran my little gnome legs right up to them so I could like, you know, pick through them and grab individual people that actually needed the heals, because I didn't get any like raid frames for those. It was awful. Should I dump a seed? Got no WoW token in my mail. Apparently you have to relog. I just bought one from the vendor in the Caverns of Time. A horn icon. Oh, did they change it? I thought the horn was just the super bloom. I wanted the Emerald Frenzy. There's the Emerald Frenzy. 8 minutes left. Well, it'll still be up in a minute. Decided to do the healing proving grounds. My druid. Never done them before. Failed miserably without speccing it specifically for the erupt options. Yeah. Excited to take Gilneas back? I am. Yeah, it should be cool. I just want a dragon ride on all the other mounts that aren't dragon riding mounts. That's what I'm really excited about. I think that'll be cool. Supplies and flight stones. Yeah, so that's really the only thing that the dewdrops are for. So if you're not concerned about... Well, and the Dream Saber, but I have that already. If you're not too fussed about supplies and flight stones, then having a ton of dewdrops doesn't seem wildly relevant unless it makes it count for different amounts of dream energy. First time trying to raid as a healer. Appreciate it. I'm a pretty lazy healer. I like having everything be fairly straightforward. I don't like a lot of fancy information unless I'm prepared to do something with it. So I'm not using a ton of add-ons, but I can't live without mouse over. And I don't even use an add-on for mouse over anymore. I just go into the game and I search mouse over and I have this on. I have global mouse over cast enabled so that when I have raid frames, I don't have to click on their frames. I can just kind of hover my cursor over whoever I want to heal and then press the heals. It's good. Oh, there's a rare over here. I kind of like these rares. Maybe it's underneath. I kind of like these Emerald Dream rares. Better than the Zerlite Caverns ones anyways, because A, I can actually kill them. Most of these little ones, like, they're not a problem even if nobody else is around, which is kind of nice after having dealt with the Zerlite Caverns ones. And then sometimes they have some cool stuff, you know? The ZC ones were awful because it felt like you needed a group, but nobody wanted to do them. Oh, I think I must have missed it. Did not want to try setting up a healing add-on. Yeah. There are still some advantages to either individual macros or an add-on, but for most people, most of the time, the in-game global option is a great place to start. And that's just basically how I live my whole life. I can't be bothered to go back and do macros. So I'll get an extra blue seed if I can get enough dewdrops from this stuff. So I guess that's one reason to do the frenzies, for one extra blue seed. Means I need to be making sure my macros still define targets correctly. Yeah. I've just come to accept that my DPS buttons and my offensive buttons are also functioning on mouse over. So if I'm trying to like multi-dot or something, I need to be real careful. Oh, and I got a seed from that too. Because sometimes I will not realize that I have a mouse over up. And then I'll be like, how come that I didn't press it on my target? Oh, it's because I had a mouse over. Whoops, daisy. I've got a G600. Maybe I did the other renowns wrong. This one felt easier. Small ones aren't OP rather than a bunch of elites. Yeah. I still think the Forbidden Reach rares somehow hit that magic thing of like, those ones felt really satisfying. You would do them, you would like join a group and then do them in a death ball, or at least that's how I did them, but I enjoyed that. Couldn't parse out why. I think the rewards just felt like all of that Primalist gear felt so satisfying to get. Plus, I needed to do a bunch of them anyways for, the achievement that I was trying to get. Sammy too, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. You guys get your White Riding Camel Twitch drop yet? I need to leave a stream on today to make sure that I get it, because I need that mount. That's important. It's a bit strange not having all my renowns done because I switched mains mid-expansion. I didn't ever really plan to do that. You know, you look at your thing and it's like, oh, I'm renowned 7 with the Niffin, wow. But I don't really need to go back and catch it up. It's just going to be a bit weird if I ever decide to collect the barter boulder stuff. 99%. There we go. Okay. Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm not going to bother with World Quest either. I was going to be all gung-ho about World Quest for a while, and I was going to do a bunch of them to, you know, like try to keep up with them to get at least my Dream Warden's Renown done, but like, I don't know. It's faster than grinding rep. You know, like brute force grinding it with seeds like people have been doing, but what renown do you need to get the rune? When is that? Let me see. Because I feel like we're just gonna kind of get this. As long as I do the weekly, the Super Bloom weekly, seems fine. Is the rune at the rune at 20? Dream scenes. Flourishing Whimsy Drake scales. Gigantic dream seeds. Oh. Mounts. Ah, it's at 18. 18, okay. Yeah, I'll probably buy that. Alright. The next Super Bloom, I'm definitely going to get that one done. Have higher renown than me and I haven't swapped. We could ride Birch Bramble. That's going to give extra rep. I used to really like World Quests. I think it's just because I don't know these ones. Maybe if I took the time to like really get used to them and figure out what was going on with them, I would like them more. I think you get a pretty decent chunk from doing just like your Super Bloom weekly. Not the Eating the Accord, but you know, you do your Dream Seeds. Does that have rep on? It might not. The Super Bloom weekly definitely gives you rep. I love this extra kind of like emergency vigor that you can get for as your new Drake power. That one's actually good. A thing that I actually use. Wow. Yeah, holding on to rep tokens turned out to be super the move. I did not do that. I probably should have. It would have been more rep for sure. Ride Birch Bramble, repel enemy forces. So Frontal Smash. How do we feel about this quest? Damage to enemies in front of you with a knockback at cone range. Fairy dragons to charge forward. And then that one is a growth, movement, speed, and health. Okay. So there's a fairy dragons. There's the volley. I've never halted. Got the Seed Mount Winter Saber thing. Nice! I couldn't say that these are usually my favorite quests. Also, I'm dying horribly. I didn't do a very good job. Logged in the anniversary. Frostwing's adorable. Nice. I don't think I've got mine yet. I think I need to relog it. I've been too scared to do it. Love your videos on YouTube. Oh, cheers. Thank you. Kind of nuts the Winter Saber isn't a flying mount. Well, my first thought was no, because it's a cat. But then I realized, you know, the Priestess's Moon Saber from BFA flies. So what are all these other cats doing with their paws on the ground, you know? Hello, hello. Hello! How are you doing? How are things? How are you? This is going to be super worth the 125 Dream Portents, right? Dynamic Flight, kitty. Oh, what if the Priestess's Moon Saber gets Dynamic Flight? I don't know if it's on the list. It's probably not. I'm not that lucky, but that would be cool. Get myself ready to lead my guild for the new raid later today. Oh, very nice. Cats shouldn't fly, but this is WoW. You're right. You're absolutely right. Kitty cat, can you fly? She can fall with style. She tripped on the drawer of my nightstand. She was stepping onto my nightstand. She put a foot into the drawer and was like, whoa. You know how sometimes you're walking and you like step off a curb or something and you weren't paying attention, so you get that falling feeling? I do that pretty often. I have a tendency to do that a lot. And to the extent that I've kind of coined a phrase for it, where I'll say ground go down. Or conversely, if it was that you stepped up onto a curb, or like maybe the ground sloped up and you weren't expecting it because you didn't look, ground go up. So I felt some solidarity with my cat. She had a ground go down moment. Thinking I'm turning a new leaf to monk healing. Ooh, cool. Very nice. I'm enjoying my new main. I mostly am enjoying being a gnome. I was so excited to have Escape Artist for the root break on Tindril Sage Swift in Emergisol last night. And I was like looking through my guild to see who else was a gnome, to see who else could share this glory with me. Because, you know, yeah, they've got like, there's other root breaks in the game. There's like Paladin Freedoms. There's some monk business. I don't know. But like, I was like, where are my Escape Artists at? And then I was like, oh, there's a gnome. And then I realized, wait a second, that's our Demon Hunter tank. That's a toy. He's not really a gnome. It's not true. I'm the only gnome. There's a mecha gnome, but I'm the only gnome. Gnome's the best. Turning a leaf to restorative healing would have been the pun of the century. But it feels good to have this be my main again. I feel better. I feel right. You know, I'll feel even better when they stop interrogating her. The eye shine's really messing with me, but I only notice it when I zoom all the way in or on the loading screen. The hell? Cause that helmet? It's the Forest Lord's antlers. They give me birdies. They give me birdies. Oh, it's Gnarlroot's grumpy cousin. Love the Jared cosplay. I got the antlers and I thought, well, I have to mod them, so I needed to come up with something else to wear with them. I want to pick out a mount for each Mythic Plus dungeon that you spend any amount of time mounting in. I was just kind of riding random mounts through my queues in like Darkheart Thicket and stuff, and I was like, I want to look at the list to figure out which ones do you actually spend any reasonable amount of time mounting in, because like obviously in Waycrest Manor you're like mostly indoors and stuff like that. I don't have any of the purple seeds, but and then maybe like set a little sidebar up of like, I'm gonna use this ground mount in this dungeon. You can do it with light mount too, but light mount betrayed me in Oribos one time and I've never forgiven it. Obsessed must have antlers. The treasure hunting achievement is what got this for me. I don't have Pepe. Random mounts and keys, such a casual. Not even like random favorite mounts, literally scrolling through the list and being like, what about the Proto Stag? Like I grabbed that and I put it on the bar. I was riding around the Proto Stag for a while, one of them. And I was like, you know what, this is a nice mount, but also do I, you know, it would be cool to have one that matched Darkheart Thicket. And I betcha if I thought about it, if I put my little thinker to the task, I could probably find some kind of, don't mind me, some kind of a, I swear I saw it like in the tree. Oh. Nope, sure didn't. Sure did not see anything in the tree. Don't mind me. Could probably come up with some good matching mounts. And then there must be other dungeons that we use mounts in. I just maybe haven't taken a look yet. Ataldazar's in this season, right? Grove Defiler, yeah. Do I have that? I feel like I don't. Grove. No, I don't. I did not get the Glory of the Legion Raider. It is a cool mount, though. That's a great match. 3 Warden's rep. A new pet. We like that. Kalandu. Use the Warden versus the Nightmare instead of matching it. It'll match your Mog. Yeah, the Grove Warden would totally match my Mog. Do I not? Are there any other, like, Nightmare themed? Do I have Mount Journal Enhanced on? I don't. I think Mount Journal Enhanced has, like, a filter by color. Hang on, let me take a look at that. I just want to see if I have anything else that's, like, even close. Yeah, I don't have the Grove Defiler moose. I know that it matches. I just don't have it. I never did Glory of the Legion Raider. I have this moose, which is not corrupted. Filters, color, red. Shale Wings, Razor Wings, Hellfire Infernal, Waste Warp Deathwalker. A lot of Crimson Shardhood. Funny, some of those aren't so red. Red colored Courser. Thought you had them all. Nah. Water Strider looks nightmare like the Hippogriff. It's more flamey though. Darkheart is more nightmare. Blanchy. Blanchy's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Super Bloom in 10 minutes. Okay. Should we do seeds for a bit? There's World Quest too, but like, I don't know. I did enough of those. We did those already. How's my rep doing? We're at rep 9. What do you want? Great crates. Pack a shipment of goods. I would... Is this just for my renown reward? They're making me go get it. Excuse me. We got your stuff here, but you're gonna need to load it onto the van. Not this. That's a different problem. There's no, quest tracker for it. It's right out front. It's like, it was probably right in front of me. Fashionier's right, literally right here. Eh? I have never seen this. Please bring 15 units of it in addition to a small collection of awakened elements. You'll get 1 shipment of goods. Okay, let's do Auchenbloom. 100 Auchenbloom, a frost, and an air. Is the meat one still the cheapest? Let me make my mistake real quick. Because that's only 42 gold, but the frost and the air are going to be worse. This is news to me. I guess that maybe I just unlocked it recently. Do they have a mailbox around here? Of course not. I mean, I have a mailbox toy, but sometimes you want to save it. Over here. Okay. This is a pretty mailbox. Their mailbox art has been killing it for like multiple expansions. They've had amazing mailboxes. You need to craft 6 shipments to complete both sets. Sets of what? I don't understand. I think I'm too hungry to be learning new things. I think I need to eat lunch, but I want to do the super bloom. I want to wait it out and do the super bloom. I've forgotten where the shipment person was. I forgot. Oh man. Too hungry. This is what we get when we eat oats for breakfast. Okay, I'm gonna worry about the next quest after I do it. The first one. I'm gonna try not to get too ahead of myself. I'm also lost. Oat gang. They're so yummy and they don't keep me full very long. Although we made it to 11:52. That's like an appropriate time to have lunch. I'm trying to eat better today. I ate awfully yesterday. I had like hash browns and then a bagel for breakfast. I had a Impossible Burger from Burger King for lunch. Dinner I actually cooked, which was okay. But then I had a donut for dessert. It was a mess. I did not feel very good. Where did the dragon skin come from? I got that from my world boss kill. I did a world boss kill. Ooh, there's a seed. There's a pet. There's a seed. There's a pet. There's a pet. I have all those. Okay. I think I'm losing my capacity to think good thoughts. Oh, this one's almost over. Contribute. Here, I'll send in. Oh, I think we lost the hold down to slam. Get to 50, get to 50. Yay! There we go. It looks like plumber's off. Oh, that's probably it. That's probably why. I need to plant some dream seeds. I'm still only at 3 of 5. I guess we can do that for a few minutes until the super bloom comes up. I should have some. Yeah, because I have they're shown on my map. Alright, let's plant a... No, it's not. Let's plant a blue one. Here, I'll double check after this to see if I have it on. I bet you I turned it off. I turned off a bunch of add-ons with the patch. Add-ons. Plumber? Yeah, I turned it off. There we go. Yeah, it's working much better. The broadcast button and everything now. I still don't have the splash potion in narcolepsy. I keep seeing it and I keep not being able to loot it. It doesn't really matter. I don't need any more professional knowledge on this alchemist. Heard about this before? Have you seen the promotion video? I've heard of a few different videos using my voice as AI. I don't think I can do anything about it. I think even if I somehow had the resources, I mean, I guess I could ask them to stop, but even if I somehow had the resources to pursue it legally, I don't think the law has caught up to that. I don't think I have any legal rights to my voice. It's very The Little Mermaid. It's nice that people are letting me know. I just don't know what you do. Yeah. Had a couple of people in Discord DM me about it. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Moose is about ready for me to be done streaming. Yeah. I also don't want to draw too much attention to these things because I don't want to boost them and have them be more widely seen. Moosey. Thought I was wearing a Santa hat. Just a little beanie. Keep head warm. Winter time, you know? Oh, this, yeah. Look at the little birdies. It's so magical. Plus 100 units. Alright, is this super bloom time? It's almost super bloom time. I did get another pet out of the blue seeds recently, but I'm still missing a ton of them. I haven't been terribly lucky with it. I got Elmer though, which I needed. Time for lunch. Bye. I hope you have a good lunch. I'm jealous. I'm ready. I really want to do one bloom, although the blooms take like 20 minutes. But it's going to be so much rep. Gotta do it. I've got the weekly. I can hide some stuff. Dream fruit. Caches. Yeah, it'll be good. Rekindle dream stag map for the seeds is nice. I got some balls. There's a good start to a story. I purchased some balls. Nope, that's not any better. for my dog to play with. The ones that you throw and they bounce, and then the dog maybe goes to get them and like brings them back. I got some of those. I wanted to find some that were like not the orange, because it seems like a lot of people at the park have the orange. So if you go to the park with orange balls, you're not likely to get them back. I wanted ones that was at least a little bit notable looking, so that it might be more clear that I had come with it. But I got those for him, and I was worried that it would be that might be just a later him thing, because he does like to chase balls and he will bring them back some of the time. I'm trying to reinforce that so that we can play fetch and stuff. But he's just, you know, so excited about other dogs at this phase in his life that he doesn't have a ton of, like, he'd rather play with other dogs if anybody wants to play with him. But I got him to play fetch with me for a while at the park instead of with the other dogs. Like, he also got to romp with his friends, but he played with me too for a little while, and I was really happy. I got one of those checker things, but I haven't used that yet because I didn't know if he would have the attention span to chase the ball going that far. But I'm very excited to use it eventually, because it seems nice to not have to touch the muddy ball with your hands, because my hands just get filthy at the park. And I think they will anyways, because, like, you know, I'll pet the dog and the dog's filthy. He gets covered in mud. Check it, popular dog parks? Oh yeah, at least the ones that I go to. Recommend blue. Yeah, I got blue ones. Yeah. I got blue balls. You got a yeet stick? Yeah, I haven't used one of those in ages. I got the medium one because I don't think I'm prepared to throw it insanely far yet. But I'm excited to try that eventually. How is he with baths? He's really good. He's come to accept his fate. I think he actually likes being clean. It helps that I get the bath nice and like just the right warm, and he gets to eat the whole time that he's bathing. Like, my partner will hand feed him like a special treat that he only gets during bath time while I'm washing the dog. But he's totally cool with it now. We can stick him in the bath, shampoo, scrub, rinse. I wish I had like a shower head that I could like use as a hose. I'm basically taking just like yogurt containers of water and pouring them on the dog to try to rinse him off. Because I don't have a hose, I don't have a shower head. I don't have anything like that. But it's good. And I also have, because I'm queen of extraneous gadgets that you don't really need for your dog, I have a mud buster, which is just like a really expensive, like a plastic water tumbler with silicone bristles in it. And you can fill it with water, and then you can just kind of like dip the dog's paws in one at a time if it's just his paws. And we did that yesterday, and he actually was very good for that. He didn't complain at all. It was very nice. He just kind of let me do it. And his paws were much cleaner, and I appreciate that. Sister's dog started enjoying playing fetch more after like 1.5 years, which was nice. Yeah, I'm glad that we have the foundation of it, because I think that eventually, it seems like a lot of dogs, they go through a phase when they're puppies where they're really excited about other dogs. And some of them will always be like that, but a lot of them, once they get to kind of that 2-3 year age, they start to kind of calm down a little bit on other dogs and prioritize, you know, like they're just kind of doing their normal thing. And it'll be nice to have fetch for that, because I'm still going to want him to run. Doggy's paws are so ticklish. I haven't heard that yet, Go Placidly. That's scary. He likes chasing the ball inside too, but he likes to throw the ball for himself. Like, he'll chase it and pick it up and then toss it with his head and then go chase it again. Like, he'll kind of self-play fetch. But he has a tendency to just like beam it into things. It's a good thing that I don't own anything terribly fragile. Because if I did, it would not have gone well. puppy fetches look like a zero interest. If you throw something for her, she looks at you like, are you gonna go get that now? I was looking a bit silly playing with him at the park because to try to get him excited about fetching the ball, I was like, I would throw it, and then sometimes he'd be like, well, maybe, and I'd be like, I'm gonna get it first, and I would run after the ball that I just threw. And I don't know if anybody else thinks I'm being silly. I'm sure they understand. They're also dog people, but like, I'm sure it looks a little bit goofy because like I'm basically playing fetch with myself, but like really animatedly to try to get my puppy to be excited about it. Did that with my dog too. Allie threw one of her toys at me once, having a temper tantrum for not doing something she wanted me to do. Moosey will drop his pig like at my feet while I'm like brushing my teeth or just getting ready for stream or something. Like he'll just like kind of walk up to me and then he'll boot me with his nose and then he'll just drop the pig right in front of me like, Mom, do you want to play? Or like I'll be sitting and eating and he'll bring me his duck. It's very cute. I like how Bacon from Beyond's still good enough to one-shot quest bosses in the new campaign. Whoops are the best. Do you ever nose boop your dog? Sometimes I do that. You gotta be careful because you're at risk of getting your mouth licked, which is not something that I want, and something that I try to avoid whenever possible. But sometimes when I'm saying hi to him, I'll just kind of like lean in a little bit, and then I'll like touch my nose to his nose, and then I'll give him some pets. He seems to like it, but he also, it's hard. He seems to like everything. It's fun trying to figure out what his favorite foods are. Like, somebody might be like, oh, what's his favorite treat? And it's like, well, so far, his favorite food is everything. Everything. Including a variety of things that are not food. But anytime that I've offered him something that he can have, like I'll give him a little piece of anything that's dog safe that I'm having some of. Not off my plate, but like if I'm preparing it, sometimes I'll save him a little bit and give it to him some other time for like a trick or something like that. And every single time, if it's new, he'll kind of like take it and then bring it back to his bed. If it's a thing he's never had before, and then he'll put it on his bed and he'll like lay down and look at it and be like, what is this? And then he'll kind of like mouth it for a while and eventually eat it and be like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. You got any more of that? Every single time. He has yet to turn down anything. He has eaten everything we've ever given him. How does he handle Home Alone? Really good, which is amazing. We had to go out yesterday for a few hours, and I was a little nervous because normally when we leave him home alone for a little bit, he's already, like, we can kind of time it so he's tired and he's, like, napping. And this just happened to be, not, like, on top of a mealtime or anything. We took him out so he didn't need to, like, go. He wasn't bursting or anything, but, like, you know, he was awake and he was, like, a little nervous about his leaving. But I need to set up a camera to find out what he actually does. But it certainly doesn't seem to be destroying any property because, like, he gets his mood sometimes, even when we're home, where he's like, you know what, I'm rearranging the living room. I'm moving my bed. I'm taking this towel. I'm taking your mitts. I'm taking my toys. I'm putting them everywhere. He'll kind of, like, riot a little bit. Not in, like, a crazy way, but, like, he gets those moods. And when we left yesterday, he came back. Everything, even the blanket was still on the couch. He was just, I peered in the window. He was just sleeping on his chair. I think he just settled down and took a nap. He's been good so far. I haven't left him for very long, but I also don't really ever plan to need to, so as long as I can just kind of have him hang out at home for, like, I don't know. Long term, I'd say 4 hours at the most, but right now, like 2.5 hours is the most I would really need to leave him during the day. Because, you know, I'm home. Tips for Home Alone. I'm not a dog expert, so I can only talk to what I've done and what's worked for me. One thing that has, I think, been good is just trying to avoid him having a really bad experience with being home alone. So taking it kind of easy, not going all day at once, not trying to just be like, well, here's, you know, it's home alone time. Here, have 6 hours before he's like ready for it. So we just did it very slow at first. We would leave him all on his own for like 15 minutes, and then we would go maybe for like a half an hour. and just kind of see and make sure that he's doing all right. And if he wasn't, we would like scale it back. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to handle their dogs different. I chose not to crate train and not to crate him. He's just kind of hanging out in the house. So he's just kind of like, he'll just go sleep on the couch or something. That's how I've chosen to do it, and that's been working for us. There is a gate, so he can't access the cats area, but I think it makes him feel a little better to have the run of the house a little bit, so he can just kind of like go, you know, have his water, take his nap. He can get his toys if he wants to, and not pushing it too far too fast, I think. But also not like never ever leaving him alone. Like you don't want to never do it and then have him be like a year old and then be like, well, here's loneliness for the first time ever. I think that happened just because of circumstances to a lot of dogs that were adopted during COVID, and that's a difficult thing to adjust to. So kind of just doing practice, ramping it up. Don't push too far too fast, because if they have a traumatic experience, it's going to be hard for them to recover from that. Not impossible, but it takes a lot of work. And it's hard to say what your dog's going to find too much until you've had an eye on them. Yeah. Also, the thing about not making a big deal about leaving or coming back, when it's really hard because all you want to do is hug the puppy. But when you come home, we try to like not really acknowledge him until he's settled down. This also helps with having him not like jump up or knock over guests or something like that. But like you come in the door and you just kind of, you know, don't let him out or anything like out like, behind you, but just kind of don't acknowledge him until he's sort of like settled down a little bit, and then you can say hi. But it kind of gives you a chance to get in and put your stuff down. And not have him like flip out and do backflips, and that helps keep coming and going a little calmer. That's one of the hardest things I do though, because all I want to do is snuggle my puppy the second that I get in the door. Only one other person besides me doing the super bloom in my server. Yeah, sometimes you can get a quiet shard. Dog's not alone often. Yeah. Just the way we've ended up raising him. Moose doesn't really get scolded for anything. There are things that he's not supposed to do, don't get me wrong. But he's not, you know, being immoral. He's just being a dog. So you try and play the dog game and figure out, well, why is he doing what he's doing? What does he want out of it? What's a more appropriate way for him to get that? How can I reinforce replacing this with a behavior that's more appropriate? And how do we practice that to kind of get it under control? And that's been working really good. We had some problem behaviors early on that we were able to deal with without ever having to, like, you know, yell at him or be like, no, or anything like that. Because I didn't really want to do that. And it's nice that so far I haven't had to. Why do they not come by charts? I think sometimes they do. I don't know how sometimes you end up on dead ones. People also join groups. But, this one seems okay. I was Elise at BlizzCon? I wasn't at BlizzCon. I did not go to BlizzCon this year. But everybody and how they handle their dogs is different. And I'm also learning a lot because this is the first time I'm ever raising a puppy. That's like my dog from the beginning. It's the first time I've ever been kind of in charge of bringing a dog, so it's a bit new to me having all this responsibility to make all these choices and decide how I want to do it and what things we want to try. And, you know, I have a partner and we work on that together, but like it's the first time that it's kind of been up to me. Excited to reclaim guildmates. It's a lot of pressure. I'm just over the moon in love with him though. He's my boo-boo. He's my baby. He's so sweet. It just melts my heart to see him warming up to so many people, because he was quite nervous with strangers. And he was quite shy when he first came into care at the shelter. And I think it's just because he's met so many wonderful people. And so many people have been so friendly and happy to see him, and he's gotten to meet so many strangers that now he'll see just like anybody, like a totally random person in the street, and he'll be like, hi, would you like to say hi? He's become like a really friendly dog, which I'm really excited about. 2 dogs, both were not food driven, did not care for treats. Very strange. Feel like I missed out on the classic dog experience. My last dog was like that. He was not very food motivated. Last few super blooms, spent the last bit running over the insects. Fight's happening to get more bloom. It's a good idea. Full-on puppy parrot. I can't believe he's 6 months already. And also, it's really weird. You'd think that you want to, like, they're growing up too fast, and it's sad because they're getting big so fast, and the puppy phase is over so quickly. And that's true. He is growing up too fast. But there's also, like, a weird part of me that's almost impatient for him. I just want to see what he's going to look like as an adult dog. I'm having a really hard time picturing what he's going to look like as a grown-up dog. And I know I'm going to love him just as much. And I kind of want to know, like, what's he going to be like? Are his ears going to stand up? Are they going to be floppy? Is it going to be sometimes one, sometimes the other, like it does now? Will his tail ever be proportionate? Is he still going to like snacks? I think he's still going to like snacks. But I'm just excited to see what kind of dog he is through different phases of his life. Because I've only known Puppy mostly. And he's already changed a lot in the last 3 months, so the whole thing. This when my cats were kittens, but they're still super adorable now, or deadly when they decide to be. I loved Miss Kira as a kitten, but nothing compares to the relationship that you can have with them after you've spent years with them and you've really gotten to know each other, and you've kind of built that like really unshakable bond. And we're certainly bonding with Mr. Moose, but I'm excited for our future. Dogs love food but won't do any commands before inspecting my hands to make sure I have treats in them. That's funny, that's smart. Oh. Moose, I taught him that if he has something in his mouth that I want him to drop, I can say drop it. And then I taught him that when he does that, I'll give him a treat so that I can basically trade him so that it's easy to get him to drop dangerous stuff, which is useful because we're in the city. He picks up all kinds of stuff just off the sidewalk, sometimes things you don't even see coming. And being able to have him drop it on command is super useful. But we've done this so much, and he's such a smart boy that he's like on the prowl for stuff that he can trade for a treat. So like he'll kind of be scanning and he'll be like, ooh, a receipt, or like a napkin, or like a paper straw wrapper or something, and he'll scoop it up, and then he'll like trot right beside me and he'll look up at me and he'll be like, hey mom, it would be a shame if I ate this. What are you gonna do about it? And if I don't even have to say it, like if I just open my mouth, he'll drop it and he'll be like, where's my treat? And it's a total grift, and it totally works because I really want to make sure that he continues dropping stuff when I do ask him to, because I would rather get scammed than have him actually eat something that's dangerous, and he knows it too. Oh man. Class you enjoy most in the new patch? I've been playing Holy Priest most so far. That's the one I had the most time on. Dog is like that. She'll go specifically for socks. He likes to steal socks. He loves my mittens. Holy moly. Those are actually hard to get back from him, but I have to hide my mittens when I'm not wearing them, and sometimes when I am wearing them, because he wants nothing more than to steal them away. Did I put a seed into this? Yeah, I did. I sure did. Thankfully, doesn't try to eat them, just steals them. Gonna have to wear some socks for him to have. He's such a cute baby. I no longer think he's super big for a puppy because I met a puppy that was actually super big for a puppy. One of his friends is his age, and that puppy, they're feeding it like something crazy. No, they're not. It's just gonna be a big dog. But that is a big puppy. Makes Moosey look like a normal dog. Husband made the mistake of turning holy socks into a ball for Ellie, and she started stealing his new socks. Yeah, I've tried to avoid giving him any clothing because of that. I don't want him to get used to taking my stuff. Alright, we got some crests, which I feel like I'm capped on, but yeah. Yeah. Sure am. Sure am capped. And I'm capped on the whelplings ones as well. Isn't there a thing where you can like trade them up too, or is that like a later S problem? Contains a dream seed. A beautiful blizzard binding. A veteran 2 of 8 ring. It's crit haste. Interesting. I could take that over the crit mastery one. I like mastery though. It's good throughput. Dog takes all the blankets. Sometimes, yeah, mine also enjoys that. Does your dog ever try to take your blanket while it's over you? Like you're on the couch. Well, this will happen to me with Moose. I'll be on the couch and I'll have the blanket on me and I'll be like playing Animal Crossing or watching a movie or something. And then Moose is like, no, that's my blanket. And he'll take it and he'll be like doing his like little, like trying to pull it off. He's like, Moose, I had it first. I bought it. Listen, you can have it later. And if you don't like it, get a job. I'm that parent. I think he thinks it's his because he sleeps on it at night. Enjoy the raid so far. Cleared last night. Enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, we cleared it too. I had a great time. It seemed like a great raid to kind of nice and reasonable to learn. Nothing too crazy complicated, but the fights were still kind of interesting, you know? I like that a lot. Last dog did, but Ellie shares. One of my guildies cats steals her pants a lot. Oh, man. Brought my cats to the vet in a panic thinking they were all dying of UTIs. The vet was like, yeah, they're just vindictive. Oh, boy. I always joke about Kira doing that, but she's never actually done it. Super intuitive. Fight design made my life nice and easy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And then that's a veteran cloak, which I don't need, and some supplies. Yeah, not too bad. My renown is now up to, still at 9, getting close to 10. Did I get any? Oh yeah, insignia. There we go, there's 10. Nice. We get the rep bonus for alts in case any of them needed it, which I don't think that they do. Dream energy is all the way back to 60%. It's not too bad. What do you want? You want me to go talk to this person and get what, a tabard? Yeah, tabard. Is it pretty? Yeah, it's not bad. Alrighty. I am over time, so I gotta go have lunch because I'm starving. But I had a lovely, comfy stream back. It was nice to do a proper full length for me. I know it's still chicken bits compared to what a lot of people do, but it was nice to be back. I'll be back tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday with some morning streams. It's a season start, so I think that I want to do some stream keys. Might be kind of fun. Just poke around and figure out how to play the priest again. Appreciate you guys for joining me today. Thank you so much for your company and have a wonderful, wonderful day.